From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno
This
Mars.
is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, yeah! All up in your ear hole.
I have a query.
You have a query. Hello.
Have y'all
Maury.
given up on Wordle?
No. Did I not send mine?
Is it because I did well that nobody sent theirs in?
First of all, you cheated like hell today, bro.
No.
You don't know that word.
No.
You've never
I
heard
have
that
no
word in
idea.
your
No,
life.
No, I just have to put the words together, the letters together correctly. But
Can I tell you, guys?
Yeah.
you've given up on Wordle.
No, I...
Hold on, let me send mine.
Look at y'all. Shem's now doing. You guys are like, oh well, Maury's doing well. We don't have to do it.
No, please. No, I just always forget to send it. Hold on, I'll send it to you right now.
I don't always send it every day, but...
I've actually exercised my brain doing Wordle.
So today's word...
Don't say it.
No, I'm not going
Okay.
to. Was I had no idea. I still
Stupid.
don't have
No.
any idea. And I just guessed by...
I only had those letters left.
Yeah. And it was one of those things where I was starting to make up words.
Yeah.
And I was using letters, and then it would be like, the thing would shake and be like,
Yo, that's not right.
the word don't exist, fam.
Yeah.
Right? And then after I just kept trying
It was
letters.
the only letters that worked for me. I got it in, 5, I think?
This
1,
is
2,
the
3, 4, 5.
first time that my start word actually helped me.
Don't say your
Yeah, I
start
guess
word.
it would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Roz, you got yours in 5.
I think so,
Shem
yeah.
got his in 5. I got mine in 4. Damn, Maury cheated and got his in 3.
No, but like legit.
Cheat, yeah, I know.
No, I totally understand why you would think that, because it's like the boy that cried wolf. When you lie or cheat all the time,
Yeah,
you
because you
assume
do-
it's
you-
always the case.
Right. So
And
why
you-
wouldn't we?
Right,
and you've admitted
I need you
on
no,
this show
Yes.
that you've cheated.
There are websites you can go to where they will help you with your Wordle.
Websites.
You can Google, because you can Google like 5 letter word starts with D, middle letter N, and then it'll just give you a list, and then you just plug
Right.
them in. But like my rule at home is I won't go in the shower until I get the word.
Right.
So I'll stand there, shower running until I get
You
it
got
right.
a lot of time to waste, huh, bro?
I know, man. What
Does
are
this
you
mean
doing?
vindication for me now? Because everybody assumed that I cheated in
Yeah.
Wordle, and I never cheated.
No,
I don't know.
Please.
Listen, a lot of people in the group chat think that you cheat.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'll tell you, the reason why so many people in the group chat think that Shem cheats is because more often than not, right? More often than not, when Shem sends through his Wordle, he'll get it in like 2.
Yeah.
Right? 2.
Come on, Shem.
Or 3. But even when Shem gets it in 4 most times,
Yeah.
Shem never has any yellow. He just keeps adding more green.
That's not true.
Yeah, most times.
I'm just good.
Most times.
I take my time.
No, most times you don't even get a letter in the wrong spot. So I think that Shem, because Shem to me has Maury just goes and looks up the word, and you
Yeah.
can tell when Maury cheats. But Shem, why a lot of people think Shem cheats is because Shem is actually he's a thinker, he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
And so Shem what people say anyway, is that Shem will look up the word, but he's knowledgeable enough to make up 2 other words
try to throw everybody
off using the same letters, so he can come up with other words. That's why there's very few yellows in there.
Great observation.
Right? It's not me.
Guys.
No, I'm talking
I'm just saying what I've heard.
people in the group chat. Great
Yeah.
observation, team.
Yeah.
Such a deep dive.
Wow.
I know people think way too much about this, huh?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
New game alert.
New game alert. Okay.
This is
Snapped.
Welcome to Snapped, everybody.
No, I'm not clapping for that.
Why am I the
Neither
only
am I.
clapping? Come
I'm not
on.
clapping.
Yeah.
Stop clapping, y'all.
Welcome to Snapped. How the game is played, it will be, as always, Mocha versus Damnit Maurie, straight up, head-to-head trivia, and around each of their necks. Maury, do you have your elastic on yet?
No, not yet. Can I
Please
put it on?
Please put your elastic on, yep. So around their necks, both Maury and Mocha have a big, thick, like industrial size rubber band. And if you get a question wrong, you have to put your thumb underneath the elastic band and pull it all the way out a full arm's length and let it go. So that is if your opponent gets a question and you do not. Now, Shem will be the judge because this is a very tense game, and who buzzed in first is paramount to the integrity of the game. Thank you. It is critical. So for everybody listening right now, Deepa, you're going to hang out and watch this too. I don't know why you would want to, but you are more than welcome. So, Mocha, if we and the people at home can hear your buzzer, please. Maury. Mocha? Maury. Okay. Gentlemen, would you like to know your categories?
Yes.
Okay. Mocha, I will allow you to pick the category.
Okay.
Will it be big energy? These are all.
What?
These are
Wait,
all,
sorry, what?
These are all famous Richards.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Absolutely brilliant.
Okay. Okay. Or category number 2, famous gay bars.
Oh,
just kidding. Geography. Mocha, will it be geography or big energy? All famous Richards.
I don't know that many Richards, and I suck at geography.
this is not fun. Can we do gay bars?
Oh, guys, I hate this game. Oh, man. Okay.
What are you going with? Famous Richards?
Yeah, let's go with famous Richards.
All right. Shem, get ready. The gentlemen are about to buzz in.
Yo.
Maury, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Mocha, are you ready?
Yeah.
Question number 1. This American gigolo was the real star of Pretty Woman. Mocha.
Definitely Mocha.
Mocha.
Yo, Richard Gere.
Correctamundo.
No, I buzzed in first.
No, Mocha buzzed in first.
No, I got
No
it first.
way.
Mocha,
Controversy out of the gate.
No, Mocha and I
got it first.
Shem and I had both heard that it was Mocha.
All right, Dan Moore, get to
Dan
snapping.
Maury, get to snapping. So Maury is going to take his elastic all the way out. Anytime, let it go.
Oh, damn it!
That hurts. Okay,
How do you
continuing
explain
on.
that?
Continuing on with the category in big energy. These are all famous Richards. Question number 2.
Yeah.
He is a galactic ginger virgin. Billionaire. Maury.
Richard Branson.
Correct.
Oh, Mocha.
Virgin
Oh,
Galactic.
my
He is a
God.
ginger. Virgin was the record company, and also Richard Branson, yes, a billionaire. So Mocha is now hooking his thumb into his elastic. He's about to, oh, wow, all the way out. Stiff elbow, Mocha, stiff elbow.
Yeah.
Mocha's on the floor right now.
Oh,
He's still
no.
on the floor. He's still
Are
on the
you
floor. I can't even
okay?
see him. I can't even see him. He's still on the floor somewhere. Okay, here he comes.
That hurts so much.
Would you like to continue on with big energy, or
Yes,
would you like to
please.
move on to geography?
Why does he get to pick?
Man.
Let's keep it going with big energy. Not big, but Mocha.
Richard Little.
Incorrect. Maury for the steal.
Oh, my God, I know what it is. I got so nervous.
5, 4,
I don't know.
3.
Can I re-steal?
No, you can't re-steal.
Oh, come on. I know this one, though. Can I just say it?
Sure.
Oh, is it Little Richard?
It's Little
Yes.
Richard.
Yes.
Oh, I got so nervous, guys. I'm like sweating
Wait,
right
was
now.
it still
No
my
joke.
turn? Did I get it?
No joke.
you
No,
didn't
neither
get
of
it.
us
You didn't
did.
get it.
Okay, let's
Nobody
switch
got
over
it.
to geography.
Okay, geography. Here we go. Mocha, are you ready?
Yeah.
Damnit Maurie, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
They sort of sound like Australians, but they're not Australians, and they got a really Mocha.
New Zealand?
Yes, correct.
Oh, yes!
Yay!
Yes! Oh,
All right,
Dan
Maury.
Maury.
All the way out more,
Oh, no.
and let her rip. Oh, that looked like it hurt. That one looked like
That
it
looked
hurt.
like dust. Like
Let's keep it going, gentlemen. Let's keep it going.
Okay,
Continuing
next.
on with the category of geography.
Yeah.
The 2 countries that border the United States. Maury.
Canada and Canada
Oh my god.
and Mexico.
Yes, correct.
Oh, come on.
Oh, Mocha.
I know that one. I know that. got one.
All right, well, go
All
ahead.
right, here we go.
Out it goes.
I'm gonna go on the same side. If I'm
Yeah.
gonna bruise up my neck, I might as well just bruise up one side.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be the right side of my neck again. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
We got one question left. Shem, what's the score?
It's 2-2.
It's 2-2.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 2-2.
Is this the tiebreaker?
This
It
is
is.
the tiebreaker. Final question in the category of geography.
Okay.
Communist country rhymes with tuba. Maury.
Cuba.
Correct.
How did he-
God.
Mocha.
Oh, my God.
Mocha.
No.
Y'all. Listen,
Yeah.
if I'm going to take the L, I got to take the L.
Yeah.
Oh my God, but this sucks so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I can already feel a divot in my neck.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last one. All the way out. I just saw his little feet kick up on the ground. He's down. He's not coming back up.
Oh my God. That is how you play Snap.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Happy birthday, Damnit Maurie.
Oh,
thank you.
Oh, look at that.
Our very own Damnit Maurie, 51 years old today.
Stop
Congratulations,
it.
pal.
How old are you, Maury?
I am a very young, twinkish 44.
A very young, excuse me, what?
Twinkish 44.
Twinkish. What are the rules for twinks, Maury? Speaking, it's Pride Month. We can have a twink conversation on your
Absolutely.
birthday.
Happy birthday. I consider myself a twink.
Okay.
I am not.
Have you always considered yourself a twink?
Absolutely. So twink is like young, skinny, and smooth.
And little, right?
Well,
Like,
no, you
isn't-
can be a tall. I met a tall twink.
You can be a tall twink?
Yeah, I had drinks with a tall
No.
twink last week.
Hold on, I need to Google this.
Oh yeah, please do. I need that to be solidified in your Google
I'm
history.
not even using private. I'm not even using private browsing.
Because your
Can
history
you
is so wild already.
A
Tall twink.
Twink. What
It's
are
like
the
you're
rules?
it's like
I
you're
don't know the
researching
rules.
for yourself because you're 6 feet tall.
Roz is not a no. Roz is a bear. Roz is a bear.
I'm not a
and
bear.
You're
I'm
a bear.
skinny.
No, you're a bear and a daddy.
No, I'm not a bear. I know the rules
No,
for bears, and bears don't have
bear,
bodies.
Skinny bear. You have facial hair
You
and
are
body
so-
hair.
How do I know more about these subgroups than you do, Maury? There's no skinny bears.
There are skinny. You're a skinny
no,
bear.
No. I'm a pipe cleaner.
Is that a new one?
I just made it up. Why not? Right?
I love that.
Why not? Here's a Reddit thread I found. Tall twinks, yes or no? So, what? What?
I'm very interested.
No, please read on.
Okay, so they said, so I'm new to this. I have not pre-read this, so I may have to self-censor as I go. So I'm new to this whole Reddit place. Don't know how it works, but if it's acceptable to post things like this here, if not, then sorry. But I just kind of have a question that I'd like, answers would be great, but I would really just love some personal opinions. So basically, I'm 6'2" and 19. Could I be considered a twink? I mean, I don't just want to be considered a twink by definition, but would there be guys out there into twinks like me? Oh, I'm 145 pounds, 6'2", 145 pounds. Oh my God. You can shoot this guy through an air duct. Very slim, got a toned belly, and I'm not skeleton slim, just slim, tone slim. Got a pretty okay butt, legs and thighs. God.
What are the answers, man?
Okay.
you're like describing
listen,
this guy.
I'm really into this.
I know, but you're reading as if it's a profile. For,
Okay,
so when
well,
you're
I need
ready
to
date.
listen. I want to get a handle on who this gentleman is.
Okay.
Is there a picture?
Shut up, man.
Abolishing the twink cub, etc. masculinity based on terms of size. I'm 6'3", blah blah blah. Oh man, everybody took this like real heady. I wanted the people to be like, no.
Did anyone answer?
Yeah, there's lots of answers, but nobody's really. They're all just trying to like. Tell him to not put himself in a box. You know what I mean?
They're all like
people are
essays,
actually
too.
not. People are just being real kind, is what they're being. To be honest with you, nobody's like super judging the guy, as I just did. Okay, so maybe there aren't any rules for tall twinks, Maury. But okay,
okay. Here's a headline: a 6 foot tall twink is never ideal.
Oh,
wow. Never ideal.
Is there a height and weight cap for twinks? Here's another one.
Oh, great! Google that.
There is no hard cap. To weight and proportions to height. The parameters for twinks doesn't end there, though. Hairless, you have to be. Traditionally, beautiful, cute features.
Thank you.
Like a small button nose. Okay.
Oh.
Sense of style.
Oh.
Age.
Oh. Are you making this up?
No, I'm not. I'm reading. I'm reading
wow.
this. Okay, so Maury.
The more words Roz reads, the further you're getting from being a twink.
Somebody else just wrote, is there a height and weight cap for twinks? And somebody wrote, this is a hot dog a sandwich question for gays.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Celebrating Damnit Maurie's birthday. Happy birthday, dog.
Yay.
Happy birthday, Damnit Maurie. Love you. Cheers to many more. Reads one text.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Maurie. Have a fabulous day. Love ya. From Debbie. Happy birthday, Maurie. Reads another text. Happy birthday, Murray. Reads another text.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Damnit Maurie. You're my favorite. Have a great day. From Lena.
Thank you, Lena.
Just want to say, send a text and say how much I love you guys. You make my day so much better. And happy birthday, Maury. Hoping your birthday is as fun as you are.
Oh.
Paulo says, happy birthday, Maury. Hope you have an amazing day. A lot of birthdays. Shout outs for you, Damnit Maurie.
Thank you.
It's great. How you feeling? Do you feel a little like, are you happy today?
I feel bloated.
You do?
I had some chicken fingers and fries and cheesecake
Good for
last
you,
night.
good for
Oh,
you.
yeah.
That's
And
what you
lobster
do on your
dip.
birthday.
Oh, okay. Would you have-
Lobster. What do you dip in lobster dip? Lobster?
It comes with, interesting question. It comes with chips and bread.
Oh, like a salsa kind of thing?
It's like mushed up lobster and crab.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really good.
What's it mushed up in?
Cheese?
Cheese. Ooh, that's heavy. No wonder you're bloated today. Ooh, if you're dipping bread into cheese.
So
Woof.
celebrate your special day, Damnit Maurie. Shem has put together
Oh, here
a
we
song
go.
for you.
Here we
Oh,
go.
yes, I have.
Oh, no.
Yes, I have.
Look at the smirk on Shem's face.
Like me to tell you a little bit about the song there, Maury?
Yeah, go ahead. Do you need to set
wanna
this up,
set this
Shem?
I'll set up a
Okay,
little bit.
yeah,
So,
go ahead.
Maury, I know you're a massive Mariah Carey fan, so I had to make sure that I parodied a Mariah Carey song.
Oh, wow,
We
that's-
Belong Together.
Oh,
Which I think is appropriate since we are Schmo and we belong together. But as always, you know how I do with birthday songs. A little bit of love, a little bit of roasting, but all love at the end of the day. So this is for you, Maury. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Maury, man, you know we love you, bro. Such a big part of the Roz and Mocha Show. You think you're young with what's that stuff? Boy, let me tell you, you are lying to yourself. I know all you want in life is to have Roz's love. Bro, you are married, don't forget about your marriage vows.
You lie a lot and have no shame and rarely tell the truth and have no guilt.
That sound when you cough is certainly not a normal noise.
We know that Matthew runs your house and you ain't got a choice. Your driving scares me, please don't ever offer me a ride. Hell no.
Cause Maury, we know that you wish you were debt free.
That's so hard to believe.
Short on cash like your height, pay your debt collector. Sometimes when I see your face, you look real rough. Probably cause for breakfast you ate peanut butter cups.
Who's gonna take your place? You are such a go-getter.
Oh, Maury 44 and getting better.
Happy birthday, Damnit Maurie!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Happy birthday, Damnit Maurie!
Yay!
Getting a lot of love on the text. Everyone texting in. Feel free to keep those texts coming.
I got a DM from my real mom.
You did?
No, you didn't.
Yeah. From Wendy. Happy birthday, and I'm listening. Spelling, I'm not so good either. Have a wonderful day.
Oh, now you know where you got it from.
Yo, is that connection like, are you guys like talking again now?
Well, I mean, she loves the show. She texted at
but
once an autographed copy of Roz's book.
Yeah,
She
she listens.
listens.
No, she listens for me.
She listens for Roz. She loves
Do you
Roz.
reply though? Like when she DMs you, do you reply?
I did for the book request. I said, send me some money and I'll get you the book.
Oh wow!
I'm not going to pay for shipping.
Wow!
She's never getting the book, is she, Maury?
I'll keep the point.
Dude, you're
what?
so
You gotta get
lousy.
back. Nah,
You're
you gotta,
lousy.
No offense. I know she's your mom and everything, but she dipped when you were, what, 2, 3?
You're
2.
lousy.
Right. She dipped when you were 2. Bruh, it's like
Nah,
payback
nah,
is
nah.
payback.
No. You don't ask for money and then not send somebody something. That's the scams like that. That's what like,
you don't walk out on your family when your child's 2 years old.
listen.
Look at Mocha taking my side.
It's the guy's birthday.
I know.
Don't worry.
I know. No wonder she likes me the best. Don't worry, Wendy. I understand everything. I understand everything.
Damnit Maurie, you'll be happy to know that you share your birthday with Kate Upton, who is 30 years old. I don't know why. I thought she was older.
Because she got famous when she was like 17. That's why.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Elizabeth Hurley is 57 years old. Faith Evans is 49 years old.
Yeah.
And Kate Flannery is 58.
And the most important one,
Damn Maury.
Judy Garland.
Kate Flannery played Meredith on The Office.
Oh, yeah, right.
And do you guys remember the episode of The Office? It was season 2 when when Meredith, she got hit by the car. Mm-hmm. And it was actually Michael that hit her with the car.
Right.
But then also when it was her birthday, and then Michael spent the entire episode trying to figure out like the perfect joke to write in her card before the big party.
Right. Okay. Yes.
And then he ended up writing something that he thought like might have got some laughs, but not really. And then Meredith opens up the card and starts reading what everyone else wrote, and then gets to Michael's joke.
Meredith, good news. You're not actually a year older because you work here where time stands still.
I don't know about that.
That was Stanley. Meredith, happy birthday. You're the best. Love, Pam.
Oh. Thanks, Downer.
This is from Michael. Meredith, let's hope the only downsizing that happens to you is that someone downsizes your age.
Because of the downsizing. Rumors. And because you're getting old.
I get it. It's funny.
You didn't get the joke. So, that's cool. You know what? Actually, I have a bunch of these good ones that I didn't use. Hey, Meredith, Liz Taylor called. She wants her age back and her divorces back. Because Meredith's been divorced like twice.
Wow.
Is that right?
You're
Did I
right.
get that right? Okay.
You're right. Yes.
Oh, okay. Meredith is so old.
How old is she?
Well, everybody can do it. Meredith is so old. She's so old, she went into an antique store and they kept her. That wasn't even mine. I got that off the internet website, so don't get mad at me.
Nice party, Michael.
This isn't my fault.
Happy birthday, Damnit Maurie.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yes. How's everybody doing?
Some more. Did you honestly, Maury, go to the liquor store and buy one can of something over the weekend? It was Maury's birthday over the weekend. And I saw a video. Stop it.
Yay.
And I saw a video where Maury went to the liquor store and was like, "Where were you? You're on your way to your dad's or something like that?"
That's right. Big party at Dad's.
And then what did you buy at the liquor store?
One can of Vizzy.
One can?
And I'll tell you, I didn't need more.
You didn't. You got drunk?
I got a little buzzed off my one can.
What kind of what is Vizzy? Explain this to me. I
It's
never
like,
heard of it.
Fruit flavored vodka, and it's like I've tried them all, and this one I actually enjoy.
Which is what kind?
I enjoy the passion fruit one.
Right. So that's all you need, huh? You go into the store, the liquor store, you just buy one can of something, and then that's the night.
Well, yeah, because then it's just like then I need water to refresh myself.
Now, does your husband Matthew drink?
He tried a little bit of coconut vodka with Coke.
Right. That sounds
and then
horrific.
he had like
Ew, vodka with Coke?
And then he had one sip. And
vodka. I used to drink vodka Coke all the
Really?
time. Yeah, it's good
No,
with
thanks.
with lots of lemon. Vodka Coke and lots of lemon is actually really good.
So you bought one can of Vizzy.
One can.
Right?
And the video, he's holding it up and he walks up to the counter in the video and he's like, "There you go," and like puts it on the counter. Like he made a whole show of it.
Did Matthew buy his vodka from the liquor store as well?
No, it's my dad's vodka.
Oh, your dad. Okay. So when you go to your dad, because your dad knows that you're like pretty much a one drink guy, and he sees you show up with Vizzy, does he not offer you a drink then? Or because he knows?
He knows I'll bring what I like.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean? And then we sat in his brand new hot tub with my Vizzy.
Who sat in the hot tub?
Who?
So it was Matthew,
Yeah.
Donna, Frank, Maury, Daniel, Kyle.
The whole family's in
How
there?
big is the hot tub?
You all.
It fits 6 people, and I'll tell you, there's no room for legs.
No.
So where do you put your legs? What are you doing
On
with
top
your
of
legs?
each other.
Oh,
What do you
no.
mean?
Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Explain the circle again. So
Okay.
so it goes Matthew.
Okay, Mocha's right. Go through the circle, starting
Okay.
at you, and then go to your left.
My dad's in the master seat. That's what they call on hot tub, where it has bigger jets.
Okay.
So it's my dad
Yeah.
in one corner.
Yeah.
How do you do this? Because it's a square. So how
No,
do you
go
want me
from
to
you,
do
and
it?
then go around to the right.
Okay, so to my left
Yeah.
is Donna.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So wait a second. You're in the hot tub, and beside you is your stepmom.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So she's to my left.
Uh-huh.
And then there's Daniel.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Then there's Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's Matthew.
Right.
Yeah.
Then there's Maury.
Okay. So wait a second. So on one side you have your husband, on the other side you have your father's wife, right?
Yeah.
So are thighs touching at this point or no?
No butts, just legs.
Just like so, all your feet are all in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And are feet on top of feet?
Feet are on top of feet.
Whose feet are yours on top of?
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay. How long are you in the hot tub for?
Oh, we were in there for like a good hour.
Yeah.
And my dad
hour?
had to show off the lighting system.
Did you think that you were ever going to go your whole life without touching your stepmother's wet foot?
Yeah.
Why do you have to say it like that?
You know what I mean?
Oh,
But he doesn't even know if it was his mother. his
No, you don't even
stepmother's-
know. Did it feel?
But I know it wasn't Matthew's because at one point he sort of curled up his legs because he just couldn't take that part anymore.
No, and everybody's cool in the hot tub, right? Like everybody's like, hey, listen, if feet touch. It's like, are people apologizing
No,
if they
I
touch a
asked,
foot?
I'm like, are those feet I'm touching?
Yeah.
And my dad's like, yup.
So, but if you touch somebody's foot, is it just a given that it's going to happen, or do you apologize after every
has to
single
be
time it
given.
happens?
My dad's like, that's what happens in a hot tub.
Right. What else? What else happened that he said that's just what happens in a hot tub with those bigger jets? Hey, it's the bigger jets. All right, you don't
Can't
know.
control it.
And this
Yeah.
is weird 'cause it was a
Okay.
whole weekend of first because I went to the spa on Friday.
Yeah.
And it was my first time in a non-gay steam.
Right. Wow.
And- yeah, thank you.
Sorry, what does that mean?
Like
What?
where there's women.
Oh, okay.
And like I didn't know what the etiquette is. So
You just sit. You sit and you do nothing and you don't bother anybody. That's the etiquette.
But you apparently you can't go naked.
No. Oh, were
They
you
give
trying to
you-
go naked?
I asked.
No, they give you paper underpants.
No, you go in your own underpants and they give you like a sort of a really thin towel to wrap around
Yeah.
yourself.
Did you want to go naked in a public
I thought
steam
I
room?
thought the steam room was in the men's room and you could go naked underneath your towel.
Oh.
But then they pointed it's over there and it's like, everybody goes into the steam.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I tried not to make eye contact because I am I supposed to talk to people? I didn't know what to
were
do.
you touching other
No.
people's feet in that room too, or no?
No. I stayed far away from the ladies.
Man, yeah, no, that's yeah. And then I saw a picture where you got a massage too, a face massage.
Oh, absolutely.
So he's lying on his back on the massage table, right? And he's getting a face massage.
Okay.
But he has the blanket. So there's a blanket in there, right?
Yeah.
And Maury has the blanket pulled up like a lady pulls it up. So it's like, so his arms are on the outside of the blanket, but the blanket is pulled all the way up, like past his boobs and tucked into his armpits, and then his arms are on the outside, right? Like when you're like,
Like a
when
lady
your
just got out of the shower?
It's like, when your mom used to get out of the shower, and that's how she used to, right? That's what it looks like, or like getting out of the beach kind of thing. And I was like, Maury, why are you covering up like that? Like it's super weird.
Well,
Did you
I
have to
didn't know-
cover up?
Well, no, she says get under the blanket. I just didn't. I assumed that she wouldn't want my nipples out.
Yeah, but your arms are out, which makes it look super weird. I would just curl up underneath the blanket then.
I thought you have to keep your arms out so they know where they are.
What?
You go to Maury. Okay, listen.
What?
You've spent too much time of your life in gay spas. Okay, Happy Pride, everybody. But listen, when you go into a regular masseuse, they don't do an arm check. Okay, you don't have to at all times show them where your hands are. Just saying,
Jeez, man.
What a weird. Because could
Your
anybody
birthday weekend was
could
so
anybody?
weird.
I was just gonna say, could anybody curate a weirder birthday weekend?
Yeah,
you know
no.
what I mean?
The answer
You know
is
what I mean?
absolutely
No.
not.
No. Well, anyway, sounds like a hell of a time, Maury.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah. And are you going to get that? What are you drinking? Zima? What is that stuff?
Vizzy.
Vizzy.
Oh, and my birthday present from Matthew.
Yeah. What did you get?
So the TV that I bought,
Yeah.
he booked the appointment to get it hung on the wall
Right.
with the money I saved.
Oh, so you just made the appointment.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So we all know the Kid Laroi. He has a song with Justin Bieber, Stay. This one, right?
Who's that?
Kid Laroi.
Yeah, I like that.
So Kid Laroi is performing in Australia, in Melbourne, and decides to bring a special guest out on stage, right? And before bringing the special guest, it's a group. And before bringing the group out on stage, and the crowd obviously has no idea, Kid Laroi is trying to get everyone like all hyped up and is getting them set for the special guests that he has about to hit the stage. And he's enticing the crowd to start opening up mosh pits. We need areas inside of this arena because you're going to need these areas inside of the arena for a mosh pit, right?
A mosh pit?
Before we start, we need to see some mosh pits in here. Let's those pits up. Open it up. Let's open those pits up. Open that up. Open that up. Yo, open it up. And then when they come out, you need to go stupid. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Right? So the crowd then listening to Kid Laroi while on stage, and they are all maneuvering to open up various areas of the arena, get ready to get hyped, get ready to mosh up.
Okay, I'm gonna say that like the generic Kid Laroi fan doesn't want to go to a Kid Laroi show and wind up in a mosh pit. You ever been in a mosh pit? Like an actual mosh pit?
I've been like to a hip hop one.
Bro.
They get violent.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they do. But like that's like the most common injury I had from friends that used to just go and mosh.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm talking like the most common injury was a freaking broken collarbone.
Oh, jeez.
Really?
Okay.
No, I've never experienced that before.
Yeah.
So Kid Laroi in Melbourne, Australia.
Okay. Wants everybody to mosh.
Sold
Get
out
ready to
show,
go crazy.
Get ready to go wild.
Who is coming out?
This next guest is the Wiggles.
Who?
So Kid Laroi brings out the Wiggles
Oh, come
on
on,
stage,
you son
and
of
the
a-
crowd goes wild.
This next guest is the Wiggles.
Come on.
And the crowd is so into it, and they're all singing.
Let's make some good sound.
Anthony, I love you.
And they show like the crowd shot.
Are they going bananas?
They are going
Are they?
so wild.
So good.
Singing,
So
dancing,
smart. So
hands up in
smart.
the air.
So smart.
Listen to them.
So smart, man. Yeah, you would love
Listen to
that.
this. And it is, and then the Wiggles go on to perform like 4 additional songs.
Really? He gave them a set?
He gave them like an 8-minute set on stage, and the crowd loved it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
My house was cold last night. I
Like
know that
AC?
people hate to hear that who live without AC. I lived without AC for a very long time.
Yeah.
I
So
had
now
no
you gotta
AC.
now you got to make up for it.
I lived in a place where I had no AC in the summer and I had no windows in the winter. Okay. Like you could put your arm out where the hole is where the window should have been and catch snow in the winter. Okay. So I lived it.
You know, I didn't.
I lived it.
For a long period of time when I didn't have AC.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it, even on those really, really hot days.
Yeah. I don't have AC at the cottage.
None.
Deliberately.
Oh, why?
Deliberately. It was a choice we made.
You made
based on it was actually more Catherine than me because
Really?
I would Jesus man, listen, it's all set up. Okay, the whole, when I did the reno, everything is set up for AC. The only thing that's not there on the pad that's already poured is the actual AC unit because I'm like, as soon as
So
it
if you
becomes too
wanted
much.
to.
But the rule for us was it was because it is a place of like fun, and when you have people over, you want to be social and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And when people when it's hot out and you have air conditioning, everybody goes inside and closes all the doors, right? When you live in a place that does not have air conditioning and it's hot outside, everybody goes outside and you open all the doors.
Yeah.
And we were like,
hoping to get like a little bit of breeze.
Yes. And we were like, what life do we want here? We want outside, right? I don't want to run inside because it's too hot outside. I want to go outside and find shade.
Yeah.
I want to go outside and, chill under a tree or lie in the hammock or
Also,
do
when
all
you're
that
inside,
other
don't
stuff.
touch my stuff.
Also, don't touch my stuff. And I know I make it sound like that we have guests over all the time, but we don't. Right? This is a rule that was for me.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody else. It
totally.
was, oh, and we have people over and there's this. And everybody, we always have these conversations, right? Oh, yeah, but like, what if people come over? Nobody is ever coming over.
Right. What if you invite people over?
Who?
Exactly.
Who?
Exactly.
Who am I
That
gonna
should be the
invite over?
Exactly. That should be the conversation.
Who am I? Now I feel terrible about myself. I don't have anybody to go for a swim with.
So you had the AC at home cranked up all the way. So then does that mean you get the extra blanket, extra comforter?
Yeah. I got cold.
But you already
last
run hot.
night.
Like
I know, and I woke
in the
up
evening.
sweating too. This morning.
But the AC was cranked.
I
I
know
don't
the
get
AC
it.
was cranked. I sweat in the sleep
How
my
many
sleep.
blankets?
We have like okay, this is how I slept last night. First of all, I was nude. No, I wasn't. I shouldn't say that.
You said it.
I had a t-shirt on.
Oh.
I was
You
like,
said it.
my bottom half was nude.
Bare ass, yeah.
Bare ass, thank you.
Okay, so just a t-shirt.
Okay, so just a t-shirt. So I had the sheet, and then I had like a comforter, and then I had the top blanket, and then we have a folded blanket, like a hotel at the end of the bed that my feet are under.
Oh, perfect.
And then I had a cat on me.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, I've
So-
never wanted to be a cat more than I have right now.
Excuse me, Maury. Inappropriate.
How's that inappropriate?
Yeah, that's the question. You need to read the employee handbook.
Guys, how's that inappropriate? What I say? What I do?
Yeah. All I said was I wanted to sleep on top of a half-naked
I know.
coworker.
Maury's the kind of guy that still in the world, like, will say something like this and then go, ugh, can't say anything anymore.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story.
Hello, Viola. It's Ramsay Mocha.
Good morning.
All right, Viola, where and when does your hell of a story take place?
My hell of a story takes place in 2018 in the GTA.
Okay, so what's your life like at that time? What are you doing? What's going on?
I moved here by myself, didn't know anybody, and it's a really hard place to meet people. So after a month or so, I was like, what am I going to do here? So I got bored one day and said, you know what, I'm going to get on Tinder. I went on, I talked to a lot of people, a lot of swipe left, but the swiping right, I went on 6 or 7 dates. None of the dates went more than 2. I had some god-awful dates, like...
When you say god-awful, what do you mean god-awful?
Well, there were guys that were clearly high on something and not THC.
So not taking it seriously and maybe just like...
Liars.
Looking to hook up rather than like...
Yeah.
Look for a serious relationship, right?
For sure.
You have a string of bad dates, and then what? You meet a gold? You meet you get somebody great?
So I say to myself, clearly I'm not spending enough time talking to these people because it's just really bad.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, now I'm going to spend at least 2-3 weeks, talking to somebody before I even say yes to a coffee date.
Smart.
And this is where John comes in. So I started talking to John. John was 4 or 5 years older than me, good-looking guy. We had a lot of things in common. Both of us were never married. We never had any kids. We had a lot of similar hobbies. We met up for coffee and we went for a walk, and I mean that was great. I was really starting to like this guy.
Now, were you guys making out and stuff?
Yeah, a kiss here and there, but that's all it went.
So you guys, couple of dates after. So you meet John. So then what happens?
He was like, "You want to meet up for a coffee?" I said, "Sure." I said, "When?" He's like, "Well, how soon can you get here?" He said, "I'm just at the Starbucks across the road from you." And I said, yeah, sure, give me 10 minutes. He comes up and, we give each other a hug and we go and order our coffee and we sit down. He's sitting down facing the door, and I'm back on. So we're having a great conversation. Our conversations were never dull. I want to say probably about 10 minutes into the conversation, I hear the door open, and all of a sudden he looks at the door and his eyes go as wide as saucers.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
What did he see?
And, we continued our conversation, but here's the funny thing. Now he started talking, but looking at the ground, which is something he never ever done. All of a sudden, this girl comes like by our table and just about to pass our table and then stops and says, "Hey, John, how are you?"
Uh-huh.
And so he looks up and he goes, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And she was like, "Good." And she looks at me and I just smile and she just continues to walk and she's going to the washroom.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I didn't think too much of it. We continue our conversation and about 2 minutes later, now I'm facing the washroom, so I see her come out.
Uh-huh.
And she's coming out and she is just glaring at me. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what the hell is going on? So she started walking towards us again, but she had to pass our table, right? And so she's walking, and then all of a sudden she stops again, and she puts her hand on the table, and she looks at him and says, "Yeah, so thanks for the invite the other night. The barbecue was great." He's like, "Yeah, you're welcome." And you could tell it was almost like, oh God, what are you going to say next?
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Yeah, I can't get over like how much the kids have grown."
What?
And I'm sure my mouth just dropped because I was like, what is going on here?
Oh my God.
And then she just looks at me and says, "You do know he's married with 2 kids, right?"
Oh!
So I'm like done. I don't even know how to react because I'm just in shock, right?
Sure.
Like I just spent the last 6 weeks with this guy.
I am at this point right now, just because I know scumbags. I spent a lot of time in my life with scumbags.
Yeah.
He looks at you and says something to the effect of, "It's not what you think."
Oh, well, just before he says that, though, he looks at her and says, "Oh, no. She's just a work colleague. She just flew in. And by the way, this is Helen." Okay, first of all, my name is not Helen.
Right.
So then she looks at me and says, "Oh, I'm really sorry. Very nice to meet you," and then leaves. And then he looks at me and says, "That's not what you think." And I'm like, "It's not what you think?"
There it is.
Oh,
He's like, no.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, "We're separated."
Oh, there it is.
Like,
Of course.
we still live together.
That one too. Yep.
And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And he was like, "Well, we're just living together because for the kids' sake."
Of course.
So I get up, I grabbed the coffee, and I said, "You know what? You had so much opportunity to tell the truth here. So many occasions you told me, we both were single, never married, no kids, and I find it this way." I get home and he starts texting and he starts calling and, "Give me a chance. You're missing out. We could have a great life together." And then finally I was just like, I don't have time for this. So I blocked him.
We can have a great life together. So you blocked him. And then that was the end
You
of
were
it.
going to move in with his family?
Right?
You'll love the kids.
Yeah,
Well, that was a hell of a story. So this is what, a cautionary tale? Did you stop using Tinder after all of this or no?
Oh, God, yeah.
You did, huh?
All right. And what's your life like now?
Well, I met somebody the real way.
Uh-huh.
Or I should say, the old-fashioned way. Yeah, so life is good.
Life is good. Good for you. That's amazing. Good to hear.
Thank you for sharing with us, Viola.
Okay, have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, love.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Let's talk about thirst traps for a second.
Okay.
Shem, you're
yes.
you're the king of thirst traps.
Thank you.
So thirst trap, for everybody who's not familiar with it, let me just read you the basic definition here. Thirst trap is a social media post. It's a photo used to entice a response, usually in the form of praise, compliments, or more explicit expressions about desire. Shem's posted plenty of thirst trap.
Oh,
yeah, more so the latter. Not so much
many.
for like, praise, but
you want the
explicit,
right? Yeah, you want those. You want it coming back.
I don't
You're gonna
mind
put it
it.
out there. You want it coming back.
I don't
right?
mind it. Yeah, it's nice.
At Shem, by the way.
Yeah,
on Instagram.
SHEM, by the way.
Maurie posted a thirst trap yesterday.
I did?
Yes, you did. But Maurie posted a different kind of thirst trap. Not so much like where he wants people to say how hot he is, but it's still it's designed for that sort of attention. It's designed for the curiosity. It's designed for people to specifically engage, and then Maurie just lets them
Isn't
hang.
that what the whole point of every
No.
post on Earth is?
Is this on Instagram?
No, on Twitter. I don't know where else you put it.
Oh, I didn't want to put it on Instagram.
So,
interesting.
So here's the picture that Maurie put on Twitter yesterday.
Okay, because I don't follow Maurie
It's
on
Maurie
either.
lying shirtless on some sort of medical table with all sorts of things hooked up all over his body and
Yeah.
straps and everything else. And he's lying there, and his
Sucking in that gut, I see.
his eyes are closed. So he wrote, not knowing if him Roz Weston's book has taken its toll on me.
Oh, jeez.
And then I wrote, let's face it, it's the fact that you're wearing those same boxers for 5 days in a row is what probably landed you there in the first place. So Maurie, obviously this was for attention, right?
Oh, I was not going to post why I was really doing it. It was
But why
like,
post this in the first place then?
to completely, because I thought, this would be a hilarious post about Roz's book.
No, but the book comment doesn't matter. You wanted people to go, oh my God, what's the matter?
Not people.
Who?
You.
Me? Why me?
Because I just thought it'd be hilarious if I'm like, I'm going to, joke about, Roz's book
No.
not getting
The
in, and then I wanted
BS.
you to see
More,
it.
you
Why else
needed,
tag you?
You needed the attention for this post, right?
Well, I
in
needed
some
to do
sort
well.
of
I'm
medical,
shirtless.
you needed some sort of medical attention. And you didn't know how to do it. So you made a joke to just get the picture out there and then elicit a response from people to be like, oh my God, are you okay? Right?
I mean, that wouldn't hurt.
Okay. So also, here's my thing, man. When you're in these pictures, like when you do a picture where you're at clearly like a hospital or a doctor's office and you're lying there and you got things hooked up all over you and you get somebody to take your picture for you, you can't close your eyes, man.
Who took that photo?
The nurse.
You can't close your eyes. You look dead.
Yeah.
When you're lying there shirtless.
I'm obviously not dead. I hit send.
But why are your eyes closed? You're clearly awake.
No, but I thought it would look more like
dead. Right? You thought that you would look in more sort of peril, distressed if your eyes were closed.
But I didn't know what to do with my eyes if they were open.
You just look at the camera.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you, Maurie,
is this
wax? No, because I'm looking.
No.
Because it
Come on
goes
now.
hair from top of the chest,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
to below the boobs, and then
Yeah.
it's completely smooth, and then it goes hair
on the belly,
from the belly down.
I mean, the nurse did say that I'm not as hairy as Roz and Mocha say I am.
Wow, that is an overstep. But thanks
on
for
who?
listening. So also, is this the first shirtless pic you've ever posted, more?
I've posted a bare back before.
But this is the first shirtless pic, though, right?
No. No. There was one years ago where Mocha was rubbing Vaseline on my chest. That one was shirtless.
Is this the first pic where there's not somebody rubbing Vaseline on your chest?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay, cool. But yeah, when you do these pics, Maurie, okay, when you're lying on a hospital bed and you're all hooked up with wires, man, if you're going to take the picture, you got to keep your eyes open.
I didn't know what to do with my eyes.
You look dead, though, right?
Yeah,
you
but
do.
I thought if you're there, you close your eyes. That's what
So
you're
why
supposed
didn't
to
you put
do.
this on Instagram then?
I didn't want Matthew to see it.
Oh.
Oh no!
So why didn't you want Matthew to see this?
Why?
Oh no, because I just thought it's on Twitter. It's safer over there.
And
It's safer on
and
Twitter?
why are you so scared of Matthew though?
Yeah.
We know
I
why
didn't
you're
want him
scared
to
of Matthew,
write,
but
everything. I didn't want him to be like, "What you didn't ask? What are you doing posting shirtless pictures on the? Well, if you post shirtless pictures, I'm going to post underwear pictures."
Hold on a second here. So your
wow.
husband would look at you on a hospital bed, all hooked up with wires, and his concern would be that that you're shirtless?
Yes.
and
Wow.
you're trolling for dudes.
Wow.
Some dude out there
Wow.
is gonna look at this
Doesn't
photo.
go, oh
and be
man,
like, oh, wow.
that's some weird fetish,
I
right?
thought-
You know what my thing is? I like a guy who's right close to death.
I sent it to him,
Right?
and I'm like, I look really good in this photo.
Oh my God, you look dead. You look deceased in this photo, Maury.
But I thought that my body looked good.
So what was wrong with you? You didn't tell anybody what was wrong with you.
Oh,
You
I
just
was doing,
posted this.
An E something or the EK something with the heart.
EB Games.
EB Games with the heart.
Right. But you're fine, right?
Well, they said that my blood pressure is high.
Okay, but see, like you didn't even let people know if you're fine or not. Like you post
Obviously,
a picture.
I'm fine. I hit send.
I know, but you look dead in the picture, man.
But the fact that the tweet was sent means I'm alive.
Also, let me ask you a question. Truthy, okay?
Always.
If you had to stand, if you had this, always. If you had to be shirtless and this procedure had to be done standing up and not
You
laying
would never
down.
see the photo.
Thank you. Okay.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Maury.
Yes,
what
buddy.
was the matter with you yesterday?
Oh, what do you mean?
Somebody chasing you? I was behind Maury yesterday in the parking garage.
Mm-hmm.
And Maury peeled out of here so fast that it hurt my ears.
Mm-hmm.
No joke. My window was down. It hurt my ears. And I drive a loud truck. And he left skid marks from the Yaris in the parking garage.
Oh, come on.
No joke. I just had Shem go and take a picture of it.
What?
Oh, the skid marks?
Yeah.
There actually were?
Yes.
Wait,
And
Shem went downstairs?
Yeah.
I've been in the parking garage when Maury's been down there.
Oh, yeah.
Leaving at the same time.
Yes, sir.
And I've seen Maury peel out of his parking spot.
Yeah.
Like he's in a Fast and Furious movie.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, yeah. Not cool, man.
Right?
Yeah. You know, Maury almost hit me one time?
Yeah, Maury
downstairs?
almost. Yeah, look at Maury. Look here. Look at. Can you see that?
Yeah. Hey, that's pretty cool.
No, it's not, man. That's dangerous, bro. What was the matter with you yesterday? You got to get out of here so fast.
I love that sound.
So that was intentional?
Yeah, I do that every day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're going to hurt yourself. Because in our parking garage, when you leave,
Bro.
there's like a lot of twists
It's
and
tight.
turns.
It's tight.
And it's very tight quarters.
Yes.
Especially if another car is coming your way. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're in that mode where you're quote unquote in the middle of the road, right?
And my favorite is that Maury parked in that exact same spot today. So if anybody's like, God, who did that yesterday? Maury's car is the only car there right now.
Oh, yeah. The evidence is right there.
The only car there. I thought were you ricing
Also,
up?
you sent Shem down. You were just down there.
Yeah, I park in a different area though.
So you came up and
Listen, don't worry about what I do, okay? How I do things.
don't worry about how I do
No.
things.
Hey,
Well,
that's,
listen, I'm not the one screaming out of here, though. I thought there was something wrong.
To me, no, that's like, all right, we did a good job. But let's go.
Oh, wow. Jeez. Were you on your way to your therapist? I saw that post yesterday.
Yes, I was.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought that's why, after I saw your post about your therapist, I thought that's what you were screaming off to because you were late.
No,
because
no.
Maury's
I stop and get a coffee, and then I go and I sit.
Because
and
Maury's therapist broke up with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the deal? Isn't that what happened?
he took like an extended long leave, and
Right.
because he wasn't allowed in the office, but now he's back 3 days a week.
And so, he is.
Oh, so you're back with the same one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because for a
nice.
while you didn't have one, right?
Yeah, because the office, you weren't allowed to have people in. Like there's like rules or
didn't
whatever, like
do,
COVID
like, Zoom?
rules. He
know
no,
if
he
I
was
could-
doing phone calls, but I didn't like that.
No, because no.
I
No.
like to make eye contact.
Yeah. Also, it's easy to lie on the phone, right?
And there's that. I
Yeah.
mean, you
Yeah.
can, that way, at least if I'm in person, I know if he's listening too. I often thought like, I'm talking and maybe he's like, doing Wordle.
Jeez, could you imagine?
And that's why. Here, can I read your post more?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
I
hold
mean,
on. You put it on Twitter.
I know, but yeah, okay, go ahead.
What do you mean? You put it on Twitter.
No, I know. But I didn't want to talk about it.
Oh, but
Well, why'd you put it out there
why
for
did you-
thousands of
but why
people to
did you-
see?
But why did you put
Because
it on
then I'm
Twitter?
just like, I typed it out, sent,
No,
and I'm like,
I
I felt
think it's
good about
good.
it, and I'm gone.
I think it's good for people to hear. Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
Oh, no, you're much better at reading.
No, get your phone. Read it.
No, Roz is way better. He has a reading voice. This is great practice for your book.
Shut up. Out of the book, by the way, Maury.
Well, you can't say that
I
after
know.
you're about to
I'm
read it.
joking.
Yo,
I'm
right before-
joking.
Right before you read his post about going to the therapist.
Okay, let me read here what you wrote because I think it's actually good. I'm not reading this to goof on you. I think it's actually good. You said it's been a while since. So it's a picture of Maury and his legs just on steps in Wrangler jeans, where your calves look as big as your thighs do.
Mocha, what are those called?
We all know. Come on now.
What, tick?
No, walker's legs.
Thank you.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So you said it's been a while since I've been on these steps. These are the steps to my therapist's office. I like to get here early so I can be alone for a few minutes and gather my thoughts. I'm 44 and can say with no shame I have a therapist and need one. That was the part, and need one. Hashtag mental health. Do you still feel that you need one more?
Oh, God. He actually ended the session with, please book another session, and we need to
He's
get
got to
back
recoup all
onto-
that money he lost.
Stop it.
And he said that we need regular sessions again.
Yeah.
Really, huh?
So how many days a week?
No, it's once a month.
Okay.
Do you continue on? Like, is it sort of like an ongoing story that you do when you sit down, or is it always new things? Do you know what I mean by that?
Oh, it's a lot of the same.
But is it a lot of the same thing that you guys are just working on, like one specific thing?
Yeah, and now I don't know if it's a COVID thing, but I get a severe pain in the back of my neck from stress.
Right.
And like I don't know, everybody holds their stress somewhere else. Like, and you know what? And somebody wrote on here going, it takes like men shy away from talking about stress and this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, everyone holds their stress somewhere else. Mine is like the back of my neck.
Really?
To the point where it's like I have to close my eyes. It hurts so much.
Do you ever sometimes leave therapy thinking that you won? You know what I mean?
No, I never.
You never have like a good session where you feel like you won?
No.
No? Really,
Was this your
huh?
first one back? Your
Yes.
first? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So do you always feel worse leaving than you did going in?
Oh, no,
Because
no,
you
no,
seem-
I don't
you
feel,
seem
I feel
very-
like there's still I feel like he added 5 more pages of empty pages to my book. I feel
Right.
like every time I leave, now there's more to do.
Right. When did you know? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people, because I didn't grow up with people who ever went to therapy. When did you know that you needed it?
Like 10 years ago.
Like,
but I always knew.
did you know you needed, or did somebody tell you needed therapy?
People suggested it,
Really, huh?
and then when I went, it was the most amazing feeling. I think everybody should go.
Have you been with the same therapist the whole time?
No.
Oh, okay.
I used to go to one where you would lie down on the couch like you see in the movies,
Yeah.
with your back to him,
Yeah.
like he was behind you,
Yeah.
and he would never.
I don't have that kind of trust, man.
Oh, and if he would never talk to you, like he would only listen. He never gave feedback. And if he wanted to tell you something,
Yeah.
like he was going on vacation, or like if there was a note, he wouldn't just verbally tell you. He would print it out and leave it on the chaise for you.
Ew.
Oh.
And I
Like
so I-
any
I
type of
fired
like
him.
business, like
Yeah, it would be printed and left on
Oh.
on a memo note, and I'm like, you won't even talk to me.
Whoa.
So he never gave
God.
you like advice or
Nothing.
like gave
No,
you
he was
like
always
his
he was
kind
the
of
type that was
perspective
like,
on.
well, what do you think?
Oh, it's the worst. See, because Maury, you're the type, you need to be told what to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to. Somebody needs to tell you what the work is, and then you need to just do the work, and then show up and get the praise for doing the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Therapy's easy, guys. Right? It's easy. Anyway, I'm glad you had a good day yesterday, More.
Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is,
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Gabby, hello. It's Ramsay Mocha. How you doing?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Good. What's going on? Why are you reaching out to us? Tell everyone.
My boyfriend's brother is obsessed with hanging out with me.
Gabby, you wrote this. He loves going to the gym together, etc. Speaking of your boyfriend's brother, he has never had a girlfriend, so I think that this is a big part of the attachment issue. Also, he has no friends as they recently moved to this area. He messages me all the time, and when I tell him I don't like having text convos, he gets mad and annoyed. He's always so negative and sucky, and I just hate being around that energy. We were close at one point, but now he's just getting on my nerves. My boyfriend doesn't say much other than he's lonely. He's always sneakily telling us how bored he is and wants to come over, but gets mad when we say no. Long story short, we have a road trip coming up that he invited himself on.
Oh,
and
boy.
I don't know if I can do 14 hours in a car with him. FML.
Gabby,
Jeez.
how old are you? How old is your boyfriend's brother?
So I'm 30 and he's 27.
Okay. How old's your boyfriend?
30 as well.
30. That's a big, that's like a lot for a 27-year-old to be doing. I thought he was going to be much
Yeah.
younger than 27.
So what is your boyfriend, other than that his brother's lonely, like you've obviously had the conversation with him about your feelings. What does he say with regards to that outside of his younger brother being lonely?
He kind of just says that he feels bad for him. Like there's not much for him to do, especially now that we've moved out together.
Yeah.
There's nothing really for him to do at home. And he's not really big into going out to bars and stuff like that. So he just kind of says, that's okay. We'll just have him over. Like, it's not like he does anything bad, which he doesn't. He really just sits and watches shows and everything with us. But I think sometimes just that energy is just draining, especially if there is times where I just want to be alone with my boyfriend or just hang out, and then he's just there, because once he does come over, he stays for like a week and doesn't really get hints.
So does your boyfriend ever say anything to his brother about the too much time being spent with you guys?
Not really. He kind of just says like, are you going to leave? He's pretty blunt about it.
Yeah.
But not really in a way that he sat him down and kind of talked to him about it.
Have you sat your boyfriend down to talk to him about how you feel?
Yes, I've said multiple times, especially more so now that I'm kind of getting a little bit more upset about it. And like maybe it is a me problem. Like maybe I shouldn't be getting as annoyed, but I feel like with the negative energy constantly, I'm kind of just like, okay, like I can't deal with him anymore today, or like I don't really want to see him today. I don't really want to go to the gym again with him. Like I just kind of want to do my own thing. And he's kind of just goes back to the idea of like, yeah, but like who else is going to hang out with? He's lonely. Like he's just bored. He just has nothing to do.
But you now have 2 boyfriends.
Yeah, and it's a lot.
Right? And I think that if you frame it that way, like if you sit your boyfriend down and go, hey, listen, I love you. You're my boyfriend. But I am also getting the feeling that I'm also your brother's girlfriend. And 1, that doesn't make me feel good. 2, I don't like his energy. And 3, it's really affecting this relationship because I seriously feel like I'm dating 2 guys because I have the responsibility of sort of like caring for and being present for you and your brother. And I feel that I'm in a position of where I can't say no to things. 1, because you're not the one who's stepping in to sort of, establish boundaries with the brother. And you're so casual about it. It's like I'm dating you and your brother, and you're okay that I'm also dating your brother. And that weirds me out, man.
Yeah, that's fair.
How long have you and your boyfriend been together?
Almost 7 years.
And the younger brother has been like in your life or to this capacity the entire time? Or has that only happened recently since they moved?
No. So he has been obviously in our lives for that entire time, but not to this capacity. So recently, I think what kind of started this all is my boyfriend and I got into a pretty heated fight maybe about 2 months ago. And my boyfriend's brother was at the event, so he kind of saw all of that happen. And then he thought that we were going to break up, and I think that really panicked him because, like, obviously we've been dating for a long time, so I've been a pretty steady person in his life for a long time. Yeah. And he doesn't really get along too much with his family, so I've always kind of advocated for that too. Making sure that his brother is like treating him nicely because, sometimes they fight.
Yep.
And then I think that kind of started the attachment, seeing us like almost break up. I think he kind of really freaked out and realized like, oh no, if they break up, like this person is also gone. And I think that kind of started it all. And then we got a gym membership, and then we started going like all 3 of us. And then we split ours, and my boyfriend went with his own. And that kind of also started the whole triggering of annoying me because then he wouldn't do anything by himself, where I like just want to put my headphones in and head down and work out.
But why does he even know when you're going to the gym?
Because we share a membership.
But how does he know you're going to be there at that time?
Oh, that's true. I guess because we always put it in the group chat of like when we're going. Or
stop putting it in the group chat.
And in the group chat, damn.
Stop doing that.
Yeah, you got 2 boyfriends.
Yeah, you got 2. Yeah, he wasn't worried that you were breaking up with his brother. He was worried that you were breaking up with him.
Oh, gross.
Yeah,
big time.
Yeah. That's what this, like, honestly, he is, and it could be, it's completely platonic and everything else, but, you are that thing in his life. I know you said that he's never had a girlfriend, but that's not actually true because it's you.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you see him as your boyfriend's brother, but he sees you as his girlfriend and he's in a relationship.
Yeah. And it's not like, and I don't think he's going to try and steal you away or anything like that. No. But it's just you serve all of those things that a girlfriend would in a platonic way. You're the one who goes to the gym with. You're the one you sit around watching movies with. You're in the group chat. He wants to talk to you, text you privately so you guys have your own jokes. All of this stuff. I don't know. It's weird, man. And you're like your brother, your boyfriend should be seeing, all these, flags. But maybe he just doesn't care. And, but he is the one that needs to step up. He needs to help you out with these boundaries. You need to tell him that this relationship with the brother is really affecting your relationship with him.
Okay.
Try that and see if it works.
All right. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Gabby. Have a great day. Thanks for reaching out.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
No problem.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Hello.
Did we all become Ramsay Hunt experts over the weekend?
I did not. Did you guys?
Jeez, man.
Oh, man.
They could have had a telethon for that and it would have raised $1 billion with that video Justin Bieber did. What a horrific experience. My God.
Based on what you've read, what have you learned?
Well, it's like an autoimmune thing. It's for the same virus that causes shingles and chickenpox and everything else. But I'll tell you, going through things, the people who are always on the vaccine causes so much stuff.
Oh, really?
Well, because we know the vaccine has been linked to Bell's palsy in people, and it's not so much just with Justin where people were having a field day, is because you get a young healthy couple like Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber, and she just had like a blood clot, and they thought it was a heart attack, and like she almost died, and then Bieber gets Ramsay Hunt syndrome, and people are like, come on, 2 in the same couple? Please. But it's a horrific video. So he did this video. You saw the video, right?
I watched the video when you dropped it. I think it was on Friday, right?
So one half of his face is frozen, right?
Yeah.
But the odd thing about when you watch the video until he explains it, so one half of his face is frozen, so can't blink, can't move, can't smile, can't anything else. But the odd thing about the way we look at people is you look for the thing that is off, right? And when he's talking, one half of his face is frozen and one half of his face, he can still sort of move it and blink and everything else. But when you watch the video, the side of his face that wasn't frozen looks like the weird side. Like it looks like the side that has the problem.
So that's the left side of his face is what I was concentrating on.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, something
until
does
he
look
started
off.
saying this side is frozen.
But then once he mentioned it's the right side, or he pointed to the right side of his
Yes.
face, you thought the same thing, right, Jeff?
Wait, wait, so it's his left side that's frozen?
No, it's his right side.
No, but when he was blinking, right, to me, I was like, oh my God, like when I would watch him blink, I'm like, what's wrong with that side of his face?
Yeah.
The side
Because
that was blinking.
also
'Cause it
his
looked
left-
off-putting because his left side, his like the face that is, the side that's frozen just looked normal.
Completely.
Yeah.
Hit the left side of his face that was doing all the work. It looked to the thing that made me think it was his left side first.
Yeah.
Was because his eyelid looked swollen.
Right.
And I was like, okay, so this is affecting the left side of his face. He
Yes.
can still speak. Obviously, it's affected.
Yeah.
But then when he mentioned the right, then I looked at the video. I watched the video again.
Yes.
And I was like, oh yeah, the right side of his face is not moving.
Thank
so the
you.
left side is putting in all that extra work.
Yes, so the frozen side looked normal because it just looked like a normal relaxing
Yes.
face, and the side that still has movement looked like the side that was affected with something because when he blinked, watching one eye blink is very off-putting, and that looked like the side. So here's a little bit of Justin's video.
I have Ramsay Hunt Syndrome. It is from this virus and has caused my face to have paralysis. This is pretty serious. Obviously, my body's telling me I gotta slow down. I'm gonna get better. I'm doing all these facial exercises to get my face back to normal. It will go back to normal, and we don't know how much time that's gonna be, but it's gonna be okay. And I have hope. I trust God. It's all for a reason. But in the meantime, I'm going to rest, and I love you guys.
It's got to be scary, man.
The "it's all for a reason" has limits, though, does it not? Like, but it's Maury, what is it?
Oh, hold on.
Say again. Give me a sec.
Oh, hold on.
Oh man, we'll get back to you in 1 second more. But when I had shingles, it was the same sort of thing where, I thought that I was in super great shape. And then you start talking to doctors and they start talking to you about your immune system and everything else. And it was a mystery to me why I got shingles all those years ago when I had shingles in my eye, if you remember how disgusting that was.
Do you have any effects from that still?
Yeah, it deformed my eye. So I will, like, one of my eyes will never see properly.
Really?
Because, and it's not, and even fixing it with glasses is tricky because it's not a, like, stigmatism, it's that it's actually deformed, right? So there was a scar. I have a scar that runs from, like, one corner of my eye all the way across to the, to the other corner of my eye.
Look to your left.
You can't see it. It's like you see it in a microscope. I just have bloodshot eyes all the time.
Okay.
No.
I can see like a red line going across.
No, but it's the same
That's not
sort of.
it.
It's like,
Okay.
it's like shingles, herpes, chickenpox, Ramsay Hunt. I think it's all the same thing.
What was the, so based on what you've read or what people are saying, how long does it Does it
some
take to go
people,
away?
well, some people don't, right? It's like Bell's palsy. Like some people, full recovery. Some people, it's something that you live with for the rest of your life. The problem is that Justin Bieber's a singer and he needs to move his face in order to sing.
Well, we're wishing Justin Bieber all the best. Hope he recovers.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Father's Day coming up. We're looking forward to it. Shout out to all the dads out there.
That's right. These are Father's Day dad confessions. We're opening the Roz and Mocha confessional. These are the things that, dads do, the things that dads have done, the things that dads say, the secrets they keep, just all those like weird little things about being a dad. Sometimes these are the things you've never said to another person, especially the people in your family or your friends, let alone coming on this show and saying them out loud publicly. Up for grabs today, we have what, Mocha?
Tickets to see The Weeknd live in concert, Rogers Center on July 8th.
So we got two dads on hold right now. We're going to go to dad number 1, then dad number 2, and then what we need you in the audience to do is to text us 925-555 and just simply text us 1 or 2, and you guys determine who the winner will be.
Hello, Jimmy. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good, buddy. All right. So you've been a father for how long?
I have a 4.5-year-old and a 6-month-old.
Okay. Wow. So Jimmy, what is your dad confession?
So my confession is, so I work from home. I have the occasional road appointments, and so for the past 4 years, especially when the weather's nice, I've been taking the day off from work and going golfing, and not telling my wife, and just it's just time away from the wife and the kids to myself.
Wait. You say you've been doing this for 4 years? So ever since your first kid was born, you've been doing this?
Wow.
Oh my God. So when you
I have a very important question.
Yeah.
Jimmy, do you play 9 or 18?
Usually 18.
That's a long day.
Okay.
So when you leave, right? Or when you set this up, what do you tell your wife?
So this year, my wife is on mat leave, so I just have an appointment on the road, and I would go. Before, she used to be at work, and she's a nurse, so she would leave at 7:30, be home by 4.
That's
so
a long
after,
stretch.
Yeah, so after she goes to work, I would just grab my golf clubs and go to the course.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, wait. So now that she's on mat leave, right? Because you guys have the 6-month-old at home. What's the tactic? Like, do you have to bring extra clothes? Like, do you change when you get to the golf course? Your attire, does it change at all?
No, not really. I wear khakis and a polo shirt.
Okay. Where do you keep the golf? Where do you keep the golf clubs? Because I swear to God, you sound like one of those dads that makes up any excuse to not get a Ring doorbell. You know what I mean? You can't be seen leaving the house with the clubs over your shoulder.
Yeah, so I usually leave the clubs in the garage or in the basement.
Smart.
And the night before, I would just put it into the back of the car.
Okay, like so sneakily, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jimmy, you are dad number 1, which you said that sometimes you take the day off work to go golfing, playing a full 18, by the way, just to get away from your wife and your kids for a little while.
Damn.
Okay, so Jimmy, hang on one second, then we're going to go to James.
Yeah. James, how you doing, man? It's Roz and Mocha.
Not too bad. How are you guys?
Good, buddy. All right, what's your life like? How many kids you have?
I got 3 kids, 1 boy and 2 girls.
Okay, so what is your dad confession for the Roz and Mocha Father's Day confessional?
When my daughter, when she was an infant, probably about 4 or 5 months, her mom, would need a break every once in a while, as mothers do. So she would breast pump. She was breastfeeding at the time, and my daughter would never take bottles. So the only way I could get my daughter to, have her milk was I would take a bottle and put it underneath my armpit and get an old shirt and cut a hole for the nipple so I could pop the nipple of the bottle out.
Yeah.
And then some babies like to play with the other nipple of mothers.
Yeah.
So I would take just the nipple of another bottle and do the same thing on the opposite side so my daughter could play with that nipple while drinking milk.
So you got holes in your shirt?
Yeah, well, an old shirt.
That first of all, that is a brilliant dad move.
Yo, you got to do what you got to do to feed the kid,
You
though, right?
got to do what you got to do. Okay, so we're going to put you on hold, James. For everybody listening right now, you get to vote. Jimmy, let's remind you, Jimmy was caller number 1, so that's what you're going to text. He is we're going to call Jimmy, hey, where's Dad? Jimmy said that he sometimes takes the day off work to go golfing just to get away from the wife and kids. James, who you just heard from, that is caller number 2. We're going to call James Dad Boobs. He took the bottle, cut a hole through his shirt, put the bottle under his armpit because the baby wouldn't not breastfeed. And then because the baby also liked to grab onto another nipple, he had to take another bottle, cut another hole in his shirt so the baby had something to hang on to while the baby was feeding. So is it going to be dad number 1 or dad number 2?
Get the text in 925-555.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yes. Welcome to it. Welcome back. The Roz and Mocha Confessional, Father's Day edition, doing dad confessions. Up for grabs today is
tickets to see The Weeknd live in concert next month at Rogers Center.
So what we had dads do, as we did with Mother's Day for with all the moms, was to text the word dad in your confession to 925-555. We brought 2 dads on to do their dad confessions, and then we leave it up to the audience to choose. Are Jimmy and James with us, Mocha?
Yo, Jimmy and James.
So, Jimmy, you were dad number 1. Your story was, hey, where's Dad? You admitted to taking full days off work and leaving your wife and children at home to go and play golf. And not just 9, but a full 18. And then James, you confessed that when your wife would pump, the baby would only drink from a boob. So you took a bottle, stuck it under your armpit, cut a hole in the front so the baby could drink from where your boob would be. But also babies sometimes, as you said, like to play with the other nipple. So you took an empty bottle, stuck it under your other armpit, cut another hole. And so the baby had something to do while they were drinking. We called your story Dad Boobs. I know, for real. So what we've done... Yeah.
How are you guys feeling
Thank you.
with this right now? James, we'll start with you.
I don't know. I feel pretty confident.
Yeah?
But, Jimmy played a good one, too.
All right.
Pretty
Jimmy,
sure all dads have done that before.
Jimmy, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I feel like it's really relatable. A lot of dads must do it, but James, that's ingenious.
So here we go. We asked the audience to vote.
You sound kind of winded. Are you packing your golfing bags right now?
He's on the course.
You guys are in a game.
Okay, so we asked the audience to vote. Caller number 1 was, hey, where's Dad? Probably on the links. Caller number 2 was Dad Boobs with James. We asked and they voted. And the results are overwhelming. Overwhelming. With a final vote of 84% of the audience vote.
Okay.
Caller number 2, James Dad Boobs.
Right on.
Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations.
James, you are off to see The Weeknd live in concert next month at Rogers Center.
Right on.
All right. Happy Father's Day to both of y'all.
Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Man, this is so good. I love it so much.
Yes. Dad Confessions. This is the Roz and Mocha Confessional Father's Day edition. Dad Confessions. These are those things that dads, the secrets you keep, the things you've done, all in the name of being a good dad. Or sometimes not in the name of being a good dad.
We heard one story of a guy yesterday who skips out on his family to go play 18 rounds of golf, 18 holes of golf, right?
He works at home, right? And that's where the wife and the kids are. And so he always be like, listen, I got a meeting out in the city. It's going to be bonkers with this traffic. And he goes golfing, and not even he doesn't play 9. He was doing a full 18.
Oh, man.
So we got 2 more dads on the phone with us today. Aaron on line 1. Once we get through both the stories, we'll hand it over to you, the audience, and then you guys will get to vote on who today's winner is. And up for grabs today is what, Mocha?
Kevin Hart's going to be in town at Scotiabank Arena in October, so those are the tickets that are up for grabs today.
Love that.
Hello, Aaron. How are you today? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're good, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How old are you? How many kids do you have? How old are they?
I'm 34 and I have 2 kids. I'm an 8-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Okay. And what is your dad confession, Aaron?
So my oldest hated brushing his teeth. So we ignored her for a while, but then the dentist sort of kind of made it very, important that we brush his teeth. So we gave us some suggestions, basically saying, buy a cool toothbrush, maybe just make a game out of it, maybe brush your teeth with him. So we kind of, me and my wife have we take turns on the nighttime routine.
Yeah.
So my wife would go up and I hear her upstairs jumping and screaming and having a great time. And when I go up, I tried and it wouldn't work. So I basically Googled pictures of meth mouth and just said, your teeth are going to look like this if you don't brush your teeth. And he was so scared that I'd show them that every time.
Wait, of what mouth?
Meth mouth.
Meth?
What happens to with meth addicts?
No.
What happens to their teeth? Because your face starts falling apart, right?
Their teeth are so destroyed.
It's the most destroyed looking teeth you'll ever find. Okay.
Bro, that's so scarring to a child.
Okay, so Aaron, your dad confession is that when your son doesn't want to brush his teeth, you show him pictures of meth mouth, and it works.
Yeah, I was originally going to show him just pictures of bad teeth, but
No.
hey, why not go full out? So.
Go full out. Okay.
So now he just
Horrific.
brushes his teeth every day then?
Yeah, and my wife does not know, but the dentist does.
Yeah, okay, you take that as a win. You take that as a win. Okay, Aaron, you are caller number 1. We're going to call you. You showed your kid. What? We're going to put you on hold. We're going to go over to Jeffrey now.
Yo, Jeffrey, how you doing, man? It's Ramsay Mocha.
Not too bad. How are you this morning?
We're doing good. Happy pre-Father's Day, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
How many kids do you have?
I have 4 daughters total, actually.
Okay, and what are their ages?
12, 11, then 7 and 6.
Wow,
Okay.
busy house.
So, Jeffrey, what is your dad confession?
Okay, so last Father's Day, I was getting up. I had to work in the morning. It was about 5 o'clock. I'm getting up, stumbled my way into the kitchen. I guess so the kids' state got up early with the wife, decided to make me a nice mug out of clay, because the wife's doing clay, pottery and stuff. Long story short, I go over to make a pot of coffee, hit the cup off when I took the pot of coffee off, and broke the handle and the top of the cup off.
Oh, no.
So I start panicking. I'm thinking, oh, no, that was the present. So I get some glue. I glue it back together. I let it set, and I make my coffee in it. The kids wake up about half an hour later because they went back to sleep before I got up. And they come out. They're like, Daddy, Happy Father's Day. Do you like your cup? I'm like, oh, yeah. Used it all year. Just till last week, wife ends up breaking it as she was doing dishes. Now they're mad at her for breaking it.
Oh, no!
Okay. Did it break in the same place that it broke and then you fixed it? Yes, right?
Oh, yeah, broke.
Yeah, the exact. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Broke another chip off, so I got saved.
Oh, no.
All right.
And she has zero idea.
Oh, no, she didn't know at all. The wife kind of thought something was up with it by the way it was, but she thought it's how they made it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, yeah, that's nice.
Okay, Jeffrey. So a year ago, your kids made you a homemade dad mug for Father's Day. You broke it that morning, glued it back together, used it for a whole year. Then your wife was loading the dishwasher not that long ago. She then broke it in the same place that it broke when you broke it. They blame her for breaking the mug, and you have not said a word.
Wow.
Okay, Jeffrey, we're going to call you Broken Mug, Broken Trust.
By the way, Jeffrey, up for grabs today are tickets to see Kevin Hart in October at Scotiabank Arena. Going to put you on hold real quick, okay?
Okay, so now the audience, it is up to you. Do you want to go with caller number 1, Aaron? You showed your kids what? This was the dad that shows his kids pictures of addicts with meth mouth to get them to brush their teeth. And then Jeffrey, we just heard from, broke a mug on Father's Day. Then the wife rebroke it, and he didn't take ownership over breaking it. The kids blamed their mom, and it has been that way since. That's a tough one, man.
Yeah, those are both
okay. So
amazing
is it going to be caller 1 or caller 2? 925-555 is how you vote.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yes. Welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Confessional. Pope John Roz, Father Mocha, on hand to take your confessions. Father's Day edition. These are dad confessions. You give us you shoot us a text with the word, what is it, dad, and your confession?
Yeah, to 925-555.
And we're We got some good ones over the last couple of days, man. Today's was really tough. So we always bring two dads on with us, and then they give their confessions, and we hand it over to the audience. They determine on which confession wins the day. And up for grabs today, Mocha is
tickets to see Kevin Hart at Scotiabank Arena.
So first, caller one was Aaron, and he was saying that when he's got a little kid, and the kid never wants to brush his teeth. So what he started to do was show his kid pictures of meth mouth, like oh God. So we called that one out. Your kid, you show your kid what? And then line two was Jeffrey, broken mug, broken trust, where Jeffrey's kids made him a mug for Father's Day, and then he broke it before they were able to give it to him, and then he glued it back together, and his wife actually re-broke it in the exact same spot a little while later, and then the kids blamed the mom for breaking the Father's Day mug, and Jeffrey has said nothing since. So that was caller one and caller two. We asked y'all to vote. And overwhelming, with 74% of the audience vote, Mocha.
Yeah.
Our winner for Roz and Mocha's Confessional Father's Day edition Dad Confessions is Aaron. Caller number one, you showed your kid what?
Aaron! Congratulations, dog.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Right on,
Kevin
man.
Hart in October, Scotiabank Arena. We assume, I don't know who you're going to take with you. We assume your wife. And meth mouth kid got to stay home?
No, I'm going to bring my kid.
Oh, you are, huh? Yeah, that's great.
Tell him to brush his teeth beforehand.
Great dad confession. Genius dad confession, by the way. I think you helped out a lot of dads with that trick to get your kid to brush their teeth.
I don't know, man. You're going to have a tough convo with your wife later, though, when she finds
My
out.
dentist is on board. So we're all good.
There you go.
Congratulations,
one out of all the dentists approves.
And we'll do this again tomorrow. You want to take part? Then text the word dad plus your confession to 925-555.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Time once again to talk to all the dads out there.
These are Father's Day confessions, dad confessions, the things that dads have done, things that dads have thought that maybe they'd never get a chance to tell, never wanted to tell. But you come on the show, you give your dad confession, and you got a chance at winning something real cool. Mocha, what is up for grabs today?
We have tickets to see Shawn Mendes live at Scotiabank Arena on August 2nd. All right. Hello, Jason. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Good. What is your dad confession?
All right. So my dad confession. It's not only a confession. I need forgiveness here.
Oh no.
So this particular occasion happened when I picked up my daughter from school.
Mm-hmm.
So on the way back, we figured let's hit the grocery store. We'll pick up the food that we need for dinner, and we'll call it a day. But I have a busy day, and I had lots of meetings. And only once I started walking around did it hit me that my stomach was in knots.
Oh no!
And so here I was in the grocery store, knowing it's going to happen. I'm gonna let a fart go, and it's just going to happen.
Yeah.
So, looking around, trying to figure where's the non-discreet place that I could just let one rip, and I happened to see the deli aisle, and I thought, oh great, cheese smells. I'm gonna head towards the cheese.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna head towards the cheese, and we're just gonna, nonchalantly let one go.
Yeah.
So beelining it towards the cheese area, I turned around ever so smoothly, let one go, and I just let it rip. And I thought, cool, it's all done. And I was staring at my wife, right? And she knew what I was up to. So she's looking at me, but her face was mortified.
Right.
Not just because I farted in the cheese, but my daughter, who was 4 years old and about 3 foot tall, was perfect nose to butt height.
Oh, no.
She was immediately behind me. And where I thought I let it go in the cheese, I farted unbelievably close to my daughter's face. So out loud, my daughter starts going, oh no, papa, t'as pété dans mon visage, which is, translated, you farted in my face.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So much for discreet. But my dad confession is, I let one rip directly in my daughter's face.
Yo, how did she avoid, did she get pink eye after that?
Bro.
I'm now owed owe her a ton of therapy.
Bro. Okay.
Yeah.
Jace. So, Jason, you were in the grocery store after a long day of work. Your stomach started going crazy. You realized you had to fart. So, your genius idea was to fart on the cheese in the grocery store because cheese already smells. But your kid, who was 4 feet tall and right at butt level, was actually standing right behind you, nose to crack, and you let it rip right in her face. Okay. So,
wait.
yeah.
I have a question because you kept saying on the cheese. Was the plan to fart on the cheese or like in the section where in the cheese section?
Well, it's kind of like it's uncovered. It's three smells, like
Sure
it's
does. I get it. You don't have to explain it to me. Okay, so Jason, you are caller number one. We're going to call you Father Face Farter. And stay on hold. We're going to go now to Phil, caller number two, dad number two.
Hey, Phil, how you doing, man? It's Ramsay Mocha.
I'm good. How are you?
Good, buddy. How many kids do you have?
Two
kids. And what are their ages?
They're now 4 and 5 years old.
Okay. So what's your dad confession then?
So back when COVID started, my then girlfriend, now fiance, I was with her brother at the park with my kids, and I let him basically pretend to be the dad so he could talk to get to know some women at the park.
What?
Okay, and so you let him take your baby to the park to help him pick up chicks?
Well, I got him to come with me to the park.
Yeah.
And then when I went to the washroom, I come back and he's pushing my son on the swing.
Yeah.
And he was talking to a lady. So I just let him pretend that it was his.
So what happened, though? Did he get her number?
Yeah, they actually ended up arranging a play date.
No!
I let him do it again.
No!
Oh, no, sir! Come on!
Oh, my God.
I told him he gets 3 chances to tell her the truth, and that's it.
You gave him 3 chances. So after that play date, what happened?
So
was
that
there
was
like
one, and then the play date was the second one.
Yeah.
And he get one more chance to let her know the truth.
Yeah.
Or I'm not letting him use my son again.
Right? Wow, you give him 3 chances? You let him borrow your kid 3 times?
So what was the third? What was the third time that he used your kid?
It was it was COVID time, so couldn't really do anything. They just kept going to the park.
Oh, okay.
But the third time I didn't go. I let him just go by himself.
Oh my God,
and
Phil.
He told her the truth, and it worked out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So are they together then?
They were for a bit. But
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Let me guess. She found out he lied.
It's not a good way to start a relationship. Okay, Phil. So you let a friend of yours borrow your kid 3 times to help him pick up single moms who were so he could come off as a single dad. We are going to call you Baby Wingman.
All right.
Okay. So now we will leave it up to the audience. Jason, Father Face Farter, who had to fart in the grocery store and decided to fart on the cheese because the cheese already smelled, but his little kid was right behind him and nose to crack, and he blasted her right in the face right there in the grocery store. And Phil, you are Baby Wingman. We just heard your story. Now it's up to the audience. Is it going to be caller number 1, Father Face Farter, or Phil, Baby Wingman, caller number 2? Hit us up.
925-555. Again, one of these gentlemen will win tickets to see Shawn Mendes live in concert.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Confessional Father's Day edition. Dad Confessions is what we're doing. Father's Day's on the weekend.
So much fun.
These are those things that, dads think about, dads have done that maybe you don't admit to. You haven't told anybody. Those sort of the hijinks of life, I guess, right?
And what we're also finding out is a lot of spouses are finding out for the first time by listening to the Roz and Mocha Show. By the way, today we're giving away tickets to see Shawn Mendes in August at Scotiabank Arena.
So we've all week we get 2 dads on the phone. We get their dad confession, and then we leave it up to the audience to vote on which confession is best, and then they score the tickets. Earlier, you heard from Jason, Father Face Farter. Jason was in the grocery store with his family and had a long day and had to really fart in the grocery store. And in order to mask the fart, he walked over to the cheese section and turned around to fart on the cheese because cheese smells anyway. But his daughter, who was little, was right at butt height, and she was like nose to cheeks, and he blasted her right in the face. in front of the cheese. And then we had Phil, baby wingman. Phil gave a friend of his 3 opportunities with his baby to pretend that the baby was his in order to try and pick up a single mom. So you want to bring Jason and Phil back on the phone?
Yo, Jason, Phil, what's up?
How's it going?
Good. Now that the stories are out in the world, how are you gentlemen feeling? Good?
Relieved.
I might have some explaining to do, but yeah.
Jason, I can understand that this is relief for you because farts tend to do that to somebody.
What a stinky situation.
We asked the audience to vote. Again, caller 1, Jason, you accidentally farted in your daughter's face at the grocery store while trying to mask it in the cheese section. And Phil, caller number 2, baby wingman, you lent out your baby 3 times so a pal could try and pick up a single mom who thought that he was a single dad. There we go. That's a good dad move right there. We left it up to the audience to vote, and this mocha was the closest vote we've had
for real
for the Roz and Mocha confessional all week. And when I say close, I mean like razor thin, gentlemen.
Oh, okay.
The winner today, with a total of 51% of the vote.
Wow.
51% of the vote is Father Face Farter. Congratulations, Jason!
Oh, Jason, you are off to see
Congratulations.
Shawn Mendes in August at
Nice.
Scotiabank Arena.
Nice. Thank you, guys.
Oh, man. Thank you guys for sharing your stories. And hey, happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is, got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hello, Cindy. It's Ron Zamoka. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Welcome to it. Why are you reaching out?
I'm just looking for some advice on budgeting, and I'm trying to save money, but I just keep on spending on unnecessary stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So Cindy Euro says, hey, Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. It's very tempting to spend money every time I see something I like. Also, it's been a habit to keep track of my spending weekly and monthly on essential things. Still, I find it hard to save on the side. I'm trying to save money to be able to move out of my parents' place, but how do you save money when you see things you just want to buy?
Oh, my God. Cindy, you are like everybody right now. How old are you, first of all?
I'm in my early 30s. Yeah.
Early 30s. Okay. Have you ever lived on your own, or have you always been with your parents?
I can always live with them. Yeah, I always want to move out, but I personally want to save up to buy a condo for myself, but it is very expensive. Yeah. But
how much money do you have saved so far?
Like, I would say 90,000.
90?
Yeah. Around there.
Well, that's not bad.
You're actually...
I thought we were talking to somebody in the red here.
You're actually in a lot better situation, better place than a lot of people who are trying to save up for their first home.
How long did it take you to save 90 grand?
A long time since I was working in my early teenager.
Okay, I got you.
So
Yeah, it takes a long time.
What's the plan for that money? Are you not able to use that for a down payment?
I could, yeah. Just like my parents are controlling of most of my money, yeah, for now.
Why are your parents control of your money? You're 30 years old.
I know, but just we got into a lot of arguments over little things, and then I'm not the only child in my family because I feel like they like the younger sibling more over me, like the boys' Asian family.
But if you want to move out, do they not want you to move out?
Yeah, they do. But then just for me, I'm not capable. Like, I feel like sometimes moving out, there's a lot of other expenses like I have to spending because like for me, I have a shopping addiction. Like every time I see something, like as you mentioned, like I like to buy shopping for clothes, like expensive things. Like,
how much do you make?
For now, just minimum wage for now, but like that's not going to make a living. And plus, I go to school. I'm trying to find another job too.
Right. So you can't afford a mortgage payment anyway.
No.
Okay. So your money problems and your moving out problems aren't necessarily your spending habits. It's the fact that you don't have a job that even if you dropped your $90,000 as a down payment, you wouldn't be able to afford the condo fees and mortgage payment and taxes that come with that.
Yeah.
So you would never even get approved for I mean, that's not true. You might get approved for a mortgage, but most likely you would not get approved for a mortgage.
Yeah.
So your options right now are, if you want to move out, to rent, But if you're renting and you're dipping into that $90,000 that you have saved up, that's going to be a problem because you're going to burn through that real quick. I think what you need to do, and did anybody teach you about money growing up and budgeting and all that stuff, or are you just sort of on this on your own?
Majority time I'm just on my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to figure out how much you have coming in and how much is going out, right? And you need to give yourself a monthly budget, and that's the bills, your cell phone, whatever it is you want, and you have to figure out how much is coming in, and you got to save money to go into that 90 grand. You still have to live a life and go out and be fun. And so maybe that is, maybe you're allowed, give yourself like a couple $100 a month to, just squirt away on some nonsense that you see in a store window. And maybe you're going for dinner once a month, but you have to give yourself a budget. You can't just keep, debit card, and then wind up, at the end of the month with nothing. Like you have to budget yourself.
Do you have a lot of debt right now because of the spending?
No, I'm not on any debt. Yeah, because every time I just go use my debit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you're spending everything that you earn, though, right?
Yes, yeah.
What kind of stuff are you buying? Like, what are you spending your money on?
For now, just food. Yeah.
So wait a second. No, but you're not shopping?
I haven't been shopping lately.
What's lately? What's lately?
What's
like
lately?
Like over the weekend, you haven't been shopping, or like in the
Over
past
the
month?
weekend, yeah.
Okay, so over the weekend.
Okay, so when's the last time you bought one of those things that you are like, oh God, I shouldn't have bought that?
Yesterday, I think it was last week, I bought a Fendi bag. I really liked it, which I really
what?
is not
a Fendi bag? Oh my God!
How much did you spend on a Fendi bag?
I spent like $30 or something because I really liked it. I just said, okay, I just bought it.
Okay, stop buying knockoff Fendi for $30. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, just like okay, you're not this you have to find this you're in a right now, like you said, you're living in a house, you're 30 years old.
Yes,
you have brothers, and you had said that because of the house you live in and the parents you feel that they love the boys more than they love you. You have a lot going on, and what you're doing is you're using things to make you feel good. Okay, so you don't get that sort of love and attention, and nobody makes you feel special at home. So you going out and buying a $30 knockoff Fendi bag is the thing that makes you feel special. Okay, you have to find something else that makes you feel special. And I would say that part of this is sort of maybe rebuilding or finding a new understanding relationship that you have with your mom and dad, because you're 30 and it sounds to me like they're either completely indifferent to you, or they don't trust you, or they still treat you like you're 12. And those are the things that you need to work on. Your shopping habits will sort of become less and less and less once you figure out why you feel the need to shop like that.
Okay, I see.
Does that give you a little bit of clarity?
Yes, yeah. But in my end, like I have to know what I need and what I don't need. Make a budget. Yeah.
Yeah. Make a budget. Figure out what you want. Figure out what you need. Have that conversation with your parents, and just know that spending $30 on a knockoff Fendi bag is going to make you feel good for about a minute.
Yeah, but
and then it's
there's
over.
nothing I can do.
And then it's over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Cindy.
Thank you.
Thank you for
love.
reaching out. You take care.
Okay. Thank you.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
So BTS is done, huh? Oof.
Yikes. Army. Where you at?
That's big news, man.
So are they like donezo?
Well, okay. So anytime a band, like a boy band, says that they are taking a temporary break to pursue solo careers, what does that mean?
Oh, they're done.
So here's what RM said to NME. I always thought that BTS was different from other groups, but the problem with K-pop and the whole idol system is that they don't give you time to mature. You have to keep producing music and keep doing something. And then Jimin said, I think now we're starting to think about what kind of artists we each want to be remembered by our fans. I think that's why we're going through a rough patch right now. We're trying to find our identity, and that's an exhausting and long process. So anytime you get people like individuals, and you see it all the time. I mean, now it's different with sort of new kids and everything else. A lot of them knew each other before they became a group, right?
Sure.
But they distanced themselves from it for a long time. And now nostalgia kicks in and they can do these tours and everything else, right?
Of course.
All of
big
that
money
stuff
in it for them now.
But the sort of more modern versions of that, like, 1D, when they put 1D together, you take 1D and you put them in this world where they're all experiencing mega fame together at the exact same time, and it's overwhelming, and you lean on each other. But after it goes on for a while, you realize, the individuals in these bands realize that is it worth it to go through all of this with people you didn't choose to go through it with?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're really not all the same. These aren't my guys. I didn't grow up with these guys, and the only thing we have is the shared trauma of instant fame.
Sure.
And that's what they all go through. That's what every single one of them go through,
And I find that when you have people in a group, especially you mentioned One Direction, but especially like BTS, when there's so many of them, they all have different interests.
There's
and
7 of them.
Right? They all have like different styles of music that they enjoy or that they would prefer to make. So working on those, I guess, those quote unquote passion projects individually is what excites them the most. And because so many of them all want to work on their own thing at the exact same time, it makes more sense now for them to say that they want to take a break. Now, as a group, they could still, even though they say they said they're just taking a break.
They said it's a
breaking up.
temporary break.
Yeah, so because they know that there's so much more money to be made as a collective and still be able to follow your passion, I guess.
Here's the thing. How many decisions do you think any of those 7 guys actually make when it comes to BTS?
Oh, zero.
That is the frustrating part.
Yeah.
Okay? Is that you are at that level of fame, global. You could do a month's worth of stadium shows per city, and you have literally no say in the direction, the sound, the choreography, the
look,
stage show, the
everything.
look, everything, right? And it's frustrating, especially, when you're young and you're trying to be your own guy and all this stuff. So, I mean, they had a great run. BTS was around for how long? Like 8 years or something like that? They've been around for a long time, right?
Yeah. Racking up billions.
I can't hear Shem. Why can't I hear Shem?
Oh, no, I'm just trying to figure it out
Oh,
myself.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
And they've had like billions of streams, billions
my God.
of views. Like they have like 2 videos right now on YouTube that are trending like number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And they're not, I don't even think that they're music videos, but like anything that they post.
Yeah. And BTS was wild because not only were their fans rabid, and you understand sort of young, wild fans when it comes to a pop act, but the weird thing with BTS is like the 40-year-old fans. I always was fascinated by that. I'm like, how is what's going on in your life where, you relate to that? And I'm not saying it's not relatable, but it's like you have to go out of your way. And then nobody was a little bit of a BTS fan.
No.
It's like you went from, what's this to, oh my God, I'm all in.
DJ Climax was a huge BTS fan.
I didn't know that. Climax was a big BTS fan? Like
Still
legit
is, not
BTS
was.
fan?
Still is, yes.
You take back your comment about the 40-year-old fan?
Well, no, I think Climax is weird. Right? It only reinforces it. I'm not going to take anything back.
So did they say, so we know that BTS is taking a break, but did they give any other info as to what the guys are doing?
No. They just said solo projects.
They hinted at it at the last award show they were at when they were talking on the microphone. They were hinting at it.
What were they saying?
They said, we're going to take a break.
Oh,
so they flat out said it. They didn't hint at it. They just said it straight up.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Mocha.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Damn right.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Hey, Maury, are you going to audition with Matthew for Kristen Stewart's super gay ghost hunting show?
Here's the thing. I really, 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 really want to.
Yeah.
But it says that you have to be like really gay.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can pull off really gay.
Okay, so Kristen
Explain
Stewart.
this whole thing to
Kristen
me.
Stewart has been saying for a while that she's like super into ghosts and stuff like this, and she's always said that she wanted to do like a ghost hunting show. So now she is this. So she's producing this ghost hunting show, and they're doing a casting call for it. But it's a gay ghost hunting show. So not hunting gay ghosts.
That's what I was going to ask.
Oh, maybe it is hunting gay ghosts. I didn't even. Maybe it's not. So play that. So play. This is Kristen Stewart talking about the casting for her super gay ghost hunting show.
I am scarily excited to announce that I'm teaming up with Scout, the producers of Queer Eye, Legendary, The Hype, on the most gayest, most funnest, most titillating queer ghost hunting show ever. And casting begins. We need to find the most incredible LGBTQ plus ghost hunters, paranormal specialists, mediums, psychics, investigators who will lead the pack on this super gay ghost hunting adventure. So if you are curious, which is what you should be when starting a new adventure, just check out the website, which is ghost.castingcrane.com for more information.
Okay, so they're not looking for gay ghosts.
No, they're looking for.
Well, I think they'll look for any ghost if it happens to be a gay ghost. Great.
True, true. Yeah. So you don't think that you're super gay enough to do these super gay ghost hunting shows?
I just auditioned to be a drag queen, and I didn't even get that part.
You know what, though? I think, no offense, I think Matthew is super gay.
You think?
Wait, is that no offense to me or no offense to him?
No offense to you. I think if Matthew auditioned,
He
your
would get it?
husband,
Oh, I
I think
agree.
he would get it.
No, but I think it would have to be the. I think no. I respectfully disagree. I think if you're doing a super gay ghost hunting show, as Kristen Stewart is, which sounds amazing, by the way, I think that the dynamic between Matthew and Maurie is what sells Matthew and Maurie. I don't know if Matthew. Also, it would kill Maurie if they paired Matthew up with another guy.
I know.
Right?
Oh, don't even put that out there.
Could you imagine if you both auditioned and Matthew got it and they paired him up with somebody who was not you?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Younger and hot?
Oh, no. I'd be hunting his ghost after.
So anyway, there you go. I'm interested in
Very
that
excited.
show.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Justin Bieber's not allowed to buy high-end Ferraris anymore.
Why?
So they've banned him.
Who, Ferrari did?
Yes. So
Yo, what kind of stuff you got to do to get banned by a car company?
you
That
got
doesn't want your money?
because he painted his. And that goes against the company's code of conduct when you buy one of their exclusive high-end vehicles. Justin Bieber can buy a regular Ferrari. He just can't buy any of the exclusive where Ferrari literally sells it to you and you specifically.
Oh, when it's a one of one.
No, and maybe not one of one. Maybe like, 15 of 15 or 20 of 20 or 100
Oh,
or
okay,
100.
sure.
But the exclusive ones that sort of don't go to market, these are like Ferrari elites. And I guess Bieber got a hold of one and he painted it neon blue. And Ferrari was like, no more Ferraris for you.
Wait, but once you buy it, it's yours. You can do what you want.
No, that's not necessarily true. Not according to Ferrari.
Yeah.
Well, then he could just
Like
go
if
to
you wanted to
Porsche.
paint it, just buy a regular Ferrari.
Just buy a regular Ferrari. But yeah,
Yeah.
so he bought one of these like cool ones and then changed the color of it. So Ferrari's now
They
saying.
banned him.
Yeah,
Or they
you
banned him from any Ferrari or just like the super high-end ones?
The story that the super high end ones, you can go into any sort of like, I was just saying, go to any store and buy a Ferrari, but you can't. But he can buy regular Ferraris. But the story put a real good spin on it, which was this is brilliant marketing by Ferrari because Ferrari is already an exclusive brand.
Yeah.
And they just made it even more exclusive by excluding one of the biggest stars in the world from owning their product, which only drives up the desire for other people. I have the car that Justin Bieber's not even allowed to buy, right?
yeah.
So it's actually a quite brilliant marketing scheme.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
45% of people say that they rate themselves as average spellers. 41%, as I just said, claim that they are above average spellers, while 10% of people say that they are below average spellers, and 4% of people said that they didn't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. I don't
You
know.
don't know that if you're a good speller or not?
I don't know what that even means. But because of autocorrect, right? Like it just sometimes you don't even know. Like sometimes you're just typing a word and it just corrects it, and you will never learn how to spell that word.
I just click on the correct one.
Yeah, like you will never.
Yep,
you'll
that's what I
never-
wanted to spell.
Last night in a text, I was talking to one of Matthew's friends because she wanted to send dinner, and I wanted to order a ginger ale, and it autocorrect to fingernails. So I said, "Can I get 2 fingernails, please?"
Okay, weirdo, it's your birthday.
So good.
What was that? What were those numbers again?
Yeah, 41% of people say that they are above average spellers,
Where would
which
you
I
put you,
think is
Mocha?
ludicrous.
No, what was the number you said before that?
45% say that they are average spellers.
Yeah, that's me.
That's
average.
you?
Yeah, yeah.
Average? You want-
Because I utilize spell check a lot as well, or
You do,
autocorrect, whatever. Yeah.
When I was writing the book, I realized that there was a few words where I had realized that just like I had been spelling them wrong. Also, there's words I was writing in the book that I've never written before in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't write like that. Like in the book, when you're writing a book, you have to say stuff like "I'd," right?
Like apostrophe D?
Yeah, like where I would never normally write that, right? I would be like,
I would.
Like yeah,
Instead of I'd?
No, but not even that. You like you would say like I felt weird about it, right? But in book world, you're like I'd felt weird about this before the thing happened. Like, you have to use I'd. And I was always like, it's super weird to use I'd.
That's not your language?
No, it's not. But it's proper, though,
Yeah.
right? Like, and so I cut out a bunch of them where I was like, I was getting too crazy on the I'ds. I'm like, it sounds just like I don't want to come off as pompous in the book.
Right.
So I went through and I edited a bunch of them. So now I look dumb in some parts, and then I look like I know what I'm doing in other parts.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Britney
By the
Spears is a
way-
married woman. Sorry,
Oh.
by the way, what?
I was
I had
gonna
to
say-
make that announcement.
By the way, happy birthday, Damnit Maurie.
That can happen later. Let's do Britney first. We'll get to Maury. Don't you worry. Jeez, man.
Wow.
It's not the top story all day.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Okay, happy birthday, Damnit Maury.
Thank you.
Happy
Okay.
birthday. Yay.
Aw, thanks, Deepa.
Yeah, see?
You're welcome.
I don't want to say nothing now.
All right, fine, Britney.
Okay, so Britney Spears.
We can get to Maury. Britney Spears is a married woman. Look at that thunderous applause.
Wow, Britney Spears.
All right.
A long time coming.
that.
Special
Yes.
day was time to
Happy
celebrate
day.
Britney Spears.
Thank God there's
Amazing.
nothing else going on today to celebrate. As
Free
we can
Britney
all...
Spears. The hashtag worked, y'all. All right,
we
Britney
love her.
Spears. Congratulations.
Don't anybody
so much.
ruin this day for her. Don't come at this
Yeah,
day with
please. No.
any of your things, taking this big day away from
If you
Britney
want to congratulate
Spears.
Britney Spears, feel free to load up our text line at 925-555. Happy congratulations, Brittany, is what all you need to say.
Congratulations, Brittany.
Right now.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Yeah, there we go. Brittany is a married woman. However, so her kids weren't at her wedding, which is kind of weird to me, but whatever. I guess they have their reasons. Apparently, Selena Gomez was there. Kate Hudson was there. Gwyneth Paltrow was there. Madonna was apparently there.
Wow.
She looks so good, Madonna.
Really?
Oh my! She got new grills.
Yeah.
Like,
she wore
on her
grills to a wedding?
She wore, yeah.
Interesting.
No. Wait till those pictures come off. 50 Cent's going to like load
The
up
pictures
his
are
IG.
However,
Doesn't
Jason Alexander, Britney's first husband. Now, if you remember in 2004, Jason Alexander, they knew each other from growing up. And in 2004, they got married in Vegas, and then Britney's mom, Lynn, flew to Vegas and made them sign an annulment. And the marriage lasted 55 hours, and Jason claims that they were forced to sign under duress. So I guess in his mind, he still feels that Britney's his wife, I guess. So anyway, so he showed up at the wedding yesterday and then got arrested. But listen to this.
You have to leave. Hey, where's Brittany at? You have to leave. Hey, tell me the truth. Where's Brittany at? You have to leave. Brittany! Brittany gotta have a gun. No. Hey, Brittany. Get out, bro. No, get out. You gotta leave. Don't put your hands on Get me. away. I'm Jason Alexander. First husband. I'm here to crash the wedding, bro. No, my name's Jason Alexander. Brittany invited me here. Britney Spears invited me here. She's my first wife, my only wife. I'm her first husband. I'm here to crash the wedding because nobody's here but Sam. Come here, Cade.
Oh, you just got the mud stomped out of you.
Also, when you're crashing something, nobody says I'm crashing,
Yeah,
right? You don't
no.
say that out loud. You don't tell somebody you're crashing.
That's
I'm
the whole-
crashing.
That's the whole point. Like,
Right?
it's a secret.
Thank you.
I thought
Jason
Jason.
policy.
What's
I
that?
guess.
Yeah, exactly. What's that, Mara?
I thought when Jason Alexander was trending, I thought it was the actor from Seinfeld.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Costanza. There's a lot of. I know there's a lot of.
Costanza rolled up to the wedding.
I was like, why is Costanza trending?
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Demi Lovato wrote a rock album, which is, I guess, interesting, on Fallon last night. So the album, it's a very difficult album name to say, but this is Demi Lovato explaining to Jimmy Fallon exactly what the... Did you bleep this, Maury?
Oh, no. Wait, no, it's beeped already.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it would have been from The Tonight Show.
Yeah,
Yes,
don't
okay,
scare
cool.
me like
yes,
that.
sorry.
All right, so the album is called Holy F. Holy.
No, it's called Holy.
Okay, all right. Well, now you're right. Let me. Okay, but if you're on Spotify, you type in Holy Demi Lovato Holy F will get you there.
Yeah, that'll get you there.
That'll get you there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, and I guess what's the new song? It's called "By the Skin of My Teeth."
Skin of My Teeth, yeah. Music video dropped today, too.
Yeah, the music video's out, but like Demi Lovato's like standing there playing guitar and rocking out, and they had like red light on them and like fire everywhere. Like it's like a rock song. Listen to this.
Demi leaves rehab again.
Oh, wow.
When is this gonna end?
I
Sounds like
mean,
the voice in my head. I can't believe I'm not dead. I'm alive by the skin of my teeth. I survived, but it got harder to breathe. Asking why,
here's when people decide to do, and this goes for like Machine Gun Kelly and everything else too. Like when they go and when people sort of switch genres and they want to do a rock album, obviously they're influenced by, great what they feel are, rock albums and rock bands of the past. I just wish that they picked better influences. Because this type of rock was always my least favorite kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
It's
I think
fine.
Follow your passion, Demi Lovato.
Yeah, video's really good though.
Happy for you. I prefer like the pop Demi Lovato.
Sure.
Do you think in that case, because the lyrics are heavy, do you think if she took another genre, the lyrics would have stood out more and it would have been a stronger song?
No, I think sometimes what you find is that the aggression of doing this style of music helps a lot, right? Like you get to pound on a guitar and you get to scream and you get to stand there. You don't have to be pretty and you don't have to dance and there's no choreography. And like it's a really freeing style of music, right? When you got something to say, but that's cool. And it is Damnit Maurie's birthday. So happy birthday, Damnit
Happy birthday.
Maurie.
Okay, come on.
Why?
Watch this. Britney Spears got married.
Congratulations! Because what I was just going to say is our text line right now, 925-555, our text line right now.
Blowing up?
We are getting inundated. There are literally thousands upon thousands of texts all reading, congratulations, Britney.
Oh, birthday!
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jennifer Hudson became an EGOT winner last night.
What's that again?
EGOT stands for Emmy, Golden Globe, Oscar, and a Tony.
Okay.
So she has won all of them. She won last night
Or is it Grammy? Is it Grammy?
Grammy, sorry, Grammy.
Yeah.
My bad, Grammy. She won last night for executive producing A Strange Loop, which is on Broadway. And she won her Oscar for Dreamgirls, 2 Grammys, and then she won her Emmy for executive producing the VR animated Baba Yaga. But last night she won her
wow, congratulations.
her Tony, and so she is officially an EGOT winner. I think that there's 16 individuals who have achieved EGOT status.
That's it, huh?
Mel Brooks is one of them. Whoopi Goldberg is one of them. Andrew Lloyd Webber is one of them. John Legend is one of them. Rita Moreno. So very exclusive group of EGOT winners. So there you go. Congratulations.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Britney Spears is a married woman.
Hey!
Hey-o.
Congratulations, Britney.
And so the wedding. So last week we learned that her husband or her ex-husband, Jason Alexander, crashed the wedding, which was crazy. And then you were sort of wondering if anybody from the family that wasn't invited, because her parents weren't invited and her sister wasn't invited. But Britney's mom commented on Britney's post. So she posted on IG. And yeah, I know. Stay out of my mentions, Ma.
She didn't even block her ma, huh?
No. And Britney's, do you think Britney knows how to block somebody on IG? I mean, you look at Britney's IG, it's like a 12-year-old's. And, which no offense, like you were controlling a woman's life forever. But she'll post the same picture 5 times, but just with different filters on it and stuff, right? Like the thing I love about Britney on social media is she shows her work.
Yeah.
Right? This is how it started. And then I tried this filter, didn't like it, but I didn't delete it. Then I'm going to try this one. But Britney's mom wrote, "You look radiant and so happy. Your wedding is a dream wedding, and having it at your home makes it so sentimental and special. I'm so happy for you. I love you." And some of the big guests that were there were Madonna was there.
They
and
recreated
Drew
the kiss.
Barrymore was there. Yeah, they recreated the kiss. But here's some of the, here, play this one for me. It's called Britney Wedding Dancing to LAV. What the hell's LAV, Maury?
Oh, like a virgin.
Oh, God. We're supposed to know that?
I read it as dancing to laugh. I was like, what the hell is a laugh?
That's not a thing, LAV, like a version, like we're supposed to know that.
It's a thing.
No, it's not. So here, it's just, listen, this sounds like a regular wedding with people hooting and hollering, but you have to understand that on the dance floor at this moment is Britney Spears dancing with Madonna to LAV. Sounds just like every wedding you've ever been to.
Yeah, it's just a regular wedding. Without context.
No, it's just regular wedding.
Except it's just like all A-list celebs on the dance floor.
But I will say Madonna dancing to this, Madonna looked very much like the old aunt who was at the wedding dancing.
She didn't do her regular moves.
There was no moves. It was just a little shuffle. Like
Really?
it was a little tiny shuffle back and forth.
She was trying to sort of match Donatella Versace, who was on her left.
Right, yes. And what's the other clip? This is another clip of them all dancing at the wedding?
This is them singing.
Oh, singing. Here we go.
Don't just stand there, let's get to it. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it. Bring.
Oh, wow. Excuse me. Vogue. Or V as it's known in the Madonna fan world.
Super lit.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Where are we here? Oh, Squid Game. Officially back for season 2. Squid Game, more than 1.65 billion viewers in its first 28 days on Netflix. I keep forgetting how large that number is, man. So Netflix shared a special message from Squid Game creator Hwang Dong-hyuk, who shared some scoop about which characters will be returning and teased the arrival of some new characters. Now, I don't know who any of these characters are by name. You have to tell me the old guy or the jerk or whatever it is. So who's Ji-hoon?
Isn't that the main guy?
That's number 11, right?
So he returns, the front man returns, the man in the suit might be back. You will also be introduced to Young Hee's boyfriend. The creator also shared his thoughts on the series' massive success. He says it took 12 years to bring the first season of Squid Game to life.
Oh, geez, 12 years.
Yeah, but it took 12 days for Squid Game to become the most popular series ever. Wow, that's incredible.
So how long do we have to wait for season 2?
Believe me, they have that man cranking it out right now.
Don't you remember he was in, I think it was Variety last month, saying that it'll be 2023, but probably like Halloween of 2023.
Yeah, which isn't that bad though, considering.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You know what I read about? First of all, am I nuts in thinking that I was under the assumption that this season of Stranger Things was the last season of Stranger Things?
I know.
Why did I think that?
I thought that as well. I think it's because they split.
But I just thought it was wrapping up after 4. Like I knew about the split.
Yeah.
But I thought they were wrapping up after 4.
Well, no, there's still one more.
But
I think they filmed everything at the same time,
no,
right?
well, they're doing a time jump for season 5.
What do you mean?
They're doing a time jump. So it'll most likely take place in early 90s because the kids are so old.
I know.
Right? They can't have them playing kids in junior high anymore. Steve's 30.
In real life?
Right?
No, he's
I think
not.
he is. Yeah, find out. Can you fact check that for me? I know we never fact check stuff on this show, but can you fact check to find out how old Steve is from me?
Shem comes back, nah, man, Steve's 18.
But because they were sort of ambiguous in what year the first seasons took place. This one specifically takes place, if you remember, at the beginning of season 4. He's 30. Specifically takes place in 1986, which means that the jump really hasn't been, like, they're supposed to be like only a couple of years older than they were when the show first started, although Will's 6'1" now. So they're
still with that thumb hair.
So they're gonna do it. So they're gonna do a time jump.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
They do the time jump, right?
Right.
They keep Will's hair same bowl cut?
Yeah, they might, because some kids still had that in the 90s. No, you know what they're going to do? They're going to grow Will's bowl cut out to one of those really embarrassing mushroom cuts.
I loved those.
You loved the mushroom cut?
That's all I ever wanted. My dad wouldn't let me have
The
one.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Yeah.
You know, that really harsh.
The early 90s look.
Yeah, the early 90s
so makes
look.
sense. So
Right?
makes sense.
So it would be kind of cool, because right now it's very, it's been very 80s in the aesthetics and everything else, which has been really great for Stranger Stranger Things and for people who
My God,
just
how old will Winona Ryder be?
love nostalgia. But she's fine, though. She'll just always sort of look like...
Papa will be gone. He'd be dead.
Look like a mom. But yeah, so they're going to time jump, which if they do it right based on how old these kids are, it'll probably be somewhere around like 90, 91, I'm guessing. I'm guessing. Which would be kind of cool.
Yeah. I'm into it.
Right?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Amber Heard is doing a 1-hour sit-down interview with Savannah Guthrie on Friday.
What?
Is that the 17th? Is Friday the 17th?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you think she gets paid for this?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm sure she would love to. So they actually taped this on the 9th, and it was so secret that they didn't even shoot it at the NBC's headquarters at 30 Rock. They did it in some other location. And apparently in the interview, Amber Heard talks about why she believes the decision by the jury could impact free speech in America and other women who come out to talk about domestic abuse. A source close to the situation tells Deadline that she also discussed her point of view of the spectacle that the 6-week trial became, and the self-styled, quote, Deptford wives packing the courtroom both inside and out. Additionally, Amber Heard and Savannah Guthrie discussed the vital differences that she sees between the UK trial, where the Sun newspaper called Johnny Depp a white beater, and then this libel case, which Johnny Depp lost that one. I mean, very different system in the UK. But the biggest difference, and I don't know how deep Amber Heard wants to get into this, but the biggest difference between the trial in Virginia and the trial in the UK is that Amber Heard didn't testify in the UK.
Right.
It was her testimony that sunk her.
Yeah.
Here in Virginia.
So that's on Friday, huh?
Yeah, so that's going down on Friday. 1-hour special, I believe 8 p.m. on NBC. So if you have not yet had enough of the Johnny Depp trial, there it is for you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
How many cigarettes a day does Post Malone smoke? Well, a lot.
12.
A lot. 12. He's
45.
He probably smokes more than 12 cigarettes, Mocha, but like before breakfast is done.
Really?
Yeah. So here's Post Malone doing an interview. I think it was at Barstool, maybe.
On a really terrible day, 40, 45.
What do you think's the most darts you've ever ripped in a day?
Probably like 80. Probably 80.
Do you smoke them in bed?
I used to, but not really anymore. And now I have like a special zone. It has like my PC in it and my Magic the Gathering. So I just go down there and rip cigs and build decks and die in Apex Legends.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ever worried? Are you ever worried it's your voice at all? Yeah, it definitely has. But I mean, Johnny Cash smoked his whole life. He sounded cool.
Damn. Post Malone.
80. That's 4 packs. 4. And you know he smokes indoors too, right?
Yeah,
just like reeking it.
He's
I don't know
gonna
any.
have to-
I know he said he smokes a lot of cigarettes. I don't know anything he said after that. What was he talking about?
Weed.
No, not weed.
Yeah, a strain of weed. And then he was talking about Apex Legends, which is a game you play.
What's the strain of weed?
He mentioned, I don't know, some brand, I guess, that he enjoys.
Darts you've ever ripped in a day?
Probably like 80. Probably 80.
Do you smoke them in bed?
I used to, but not really anymore. And now I have like a special zone. It has like my PC in it and my Magic the Gathering. So I just go down there.
Magic the Gathering.
What's that?
Well, let's look it up.
It's not weed. He doesn't go to the weed room to smoke cigarettes.
Magic the Gathering.
Is that a game? Has to be a game, right?
Magic the Gathering is a game.
It's a game.
I thought it was a brand of weed. Man, weed.
You were so confident too. You were so confident
because I knew he mentioned Apex Legends. I know that's a game.
Yeah.
Right.
So he just goes. So he's got like a room with like his PC and everything else that he just goes down there and God.
He's gonna have to change that. I mean, I don't know how much he's gonna change that habit because he's having a kid soon, or his girl's having a kid soon.
Please, no, he's gonna go down in the Apex the Gathering room or whatever the hell it's called. I don't know what it's called.
Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering. Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Leah Remini is set to take over for Matthew Morrison on So You Think You Can Dance when they start doing the live shows.
Leah Remini from
Kings of Queens?
King of Queens, and then she was the Scientology expat, I guess you could say. And
Does she have dance experience?
So she was on Dancing with the Stars. I think she came 5th on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, right.
But Matthew Morrison, if you remember, Matthew Morrison was fired from the show for an inappropriate communication with a contestant. And as soon as you hear that, you automatically think that he was sliding into somebody's DMs trying to pick them up or being flirty or sending nudes or whatever it is. And so that's how the story went, because anytime anybody hears the word inappropriate, that is all they think. And then Matthew Morrison explained or tried to explain what that message actually was that got him fired. He had to say.
It's really unfortunate to have to sit here and defend myself and my family against blatantly untrue statements made anonymously. But I have nothing to hide, so in the interest of transparency, I will read to you the one message that I wrote to a dancer on the show. Hey, it's Matthew. If you don't mind, would love to get your number and talk you through some things. The end. I sent this because this dancer and I both share a mutual respect for a choreographer that I've known for over 20 years, and I was trying to help her get a job as a choreographer on the show.
So
it's devastating that we live in this world where gossip rules and people's lives are being thrown around as clickbait. I think this is much bigger than me and this story. Gossip is toxic and it is destroying our society, and we need to do better.
Those S's are really hard, huh? He really hits that S.
But also, if you already, as a judge on the show, know the rules of reaching out to contestants, he could have gone to a producer and said, hey, here's the deal. Can you please?
Not allowed, though. Here's the thing is that on those shows, off-camera interaction between judges and contestants on all the talent competitions, not just this one, on all of them, are forbidden. And it didn't matter even what was in that message. The act of sending somebody who was a contestant on the show was quote-unquote inappropriate, but that was the headline, so that's why everybody thought he was sending her nudes and stuff. The entire thing was inappropriate. He could have said, hey. Yeah. And
the fact that he reached out.
It's the fact that he reached out. So anyway, Leah Remini is going to join the show for the live rounds.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Amber Heard Friday night on NBC, sitting down with Savannah Guthrie. This was taped on the 9th, and it was done under absolute secrecy and privacy. They didn't even shoot at the NBC headquarters. They did it in a different location. This is Amber Heard on the verdict. So this is Amber Heard talking about the way social media played out during the trial and then after the trial.
Even somebody who is sure I'm deserving of all this hate and vitriol, even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't look me in the eye and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation. You cannot tell me that you think that this has been fair.
Wow. And these clips have been out literally for less than an hour, and Amber Heard is a psychopath is already trending.
No.
Real. So here is Amber Heard talking about the jury.
There's no polite way to say it. The jury looked at the evidence you presented. They listened to your testimony, and they did not believe you. They thought you were lying.
How could, I'll put it this way, how could they make a judgment? How could they not come to that conclusion? They had sat in those seats and heard over 3 weeks of nonstop, relentless testimony from paid employees and towards the end of the trial, randos, as I say.
So you don't blame the jury?
I don't blame them. It wasn't, I don't blame them. I actually understand he's a beloved character and people feel they know him. He's a fantastic actor.
Their job is to not be dazzled by that. Their job is to look at the facts and the evidence. And they did not believe your testimony or your evidence.
Again, how could they, after listening to 3.5 weeks of testimony about how I was a non-credible person, not to believe a word that came out of my mouth?
Because most people didn't.
And
that's just the reality of it.
And you get a full hour of this, huh?
Yeah. So still no responsibility. Not ever And I think that like, if you want to talk about the way that, you sort of perceive those two, right? There was, when Johnny Depp was up there, first of all, he was just like, doing the Johnny Depp thing, very, very slow talk. But he didn't try to come off as perfect. He talked about all the drugs he did. He talked about all the terrible things he said, the awful jokes that he's made. Like, he never came off as perfect. He just sort of, spoke, truthfully to the best of his ability, and then, went through all the evidence. When Amber Heard was on the stand, there was no responsibility for anything. She, in her eyes and in her world, she had nothing to do with anything. Like, you would hear tape of Amber Heard saying things, and she had an answer for that. Like, there was that's the problem when you're dealing with a jury, is that, you can say that it's because Johnny Depp was a big star, but there's no sense from her that what she said or the decisions that were made or the way she handled it were in any way her fault.
Yeah.
Let alone the sort of facts that were brought forward. And it's wild to me that there's no sense of anything still from Amber Heard in all of this. It's crazy.
Well, we'll see what
It's
else
Friday
she has
night.
to say
I'm
on
watching
Friday night.
that.
Yeah.
You gonna watch that? You interested? You didn't watch the trial at all.
I just watched
Yeah.
clips on Twitter.
I watched the whole thing. Did anybody else watch the trial? Did you watch the trial, Deepa?
Yeah.
What are your
I
thoughts?
shouldn't be admitting this, but while I was editing videos for the show, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
trial.
Because it started early, right? We're still on the clock when we were watching it. What
Did you watch Shem?
I did, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. And listen, Amber Heard is obviously came to the trial not exactly likable, to a lot of people. I also think it's tougher for a woman in that case, right? I mean, especially when you're dealing with this sort of case, she's got to almost be perfect to some people, right? And if she's not, they don't like her, right?
It's not not in this case, because this is a defamation case. This is the hardest one for somebody like Johnny Depp to win.
No, when I say perfect, I mean she's got to be likable, she's got to be friendly, she's got to be all.
It's
of
just
those
be
things,
believable,
right? But they both do, right? And you're right. In this case, the jury believed Johnny Depp more than they believed Amber Heard, right?
So you gonna watch this on Friday? Hell yeah! You gonna watch it, Deepa?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Hey, aren't you doing F1 on Friday though?
Oh, never mind. I can't watch it.
Oh, yeah, you're in
no,
Montreal.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Lewis Hamilton. I have to watch Amber Heard's interview.
You have to PVR it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Justin Bieber on Instagram yesterday, optimistic and updating his fans about the Ramsay Hunt Syndrome bout that he's been dealing with. He says, I want to share a little bit of how I've been feeling. Each day has gotten better and better. Through all of this discomfort, I have found comfort in the one who designed me and knows me. By this point in my life, I realize storms come and go. Jesus continues to remind me that he is with me in the midst of the storm. It's not about the storm. It's that we are never alone, and he understands. He goes on to say, I'm reminded he knows all of me. He knows the darkest parts of me. The perspective has given me peace during this horrific storm that I'm facing. For those who are frustrated by my cancellations of these next shows, I'm just physically, obviously not capable of doing them. I wonder how those people feel that we're throwing Tim Biebs at the tour bus feel right now.
Oh, no. Yeah, they probably feel terrible.
This is pretty serious, as you can see. I wish that this wasn't the case, but obviously my body is telling me that I got to slow down. I hope you guys understand. He'll be back when he's 100%. Yeah, because there was a lot of videos after the fact that just like it came tripling out. Like people grabbing the Tim brew, the Biebs brew, and just like dumping it like on the side of the street and throwing Tim Biebs at the bus and right at Scotiabank Arena, like right at the arena where you're supposed to play.
The arena didn't do anything.
Yeah, they were just
To deserve
standing there
that?
launching Tim Biebs at the
Come on.
arena.
Come on. The same week that all that stuff launched, too.
I know.
Whatever,
Hey-
Tim Hortons is like, y'all paid us
Right, yeah.
for that product.
They got no problem with this.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau tests positive for COVID-19 again. He says, I feel okay, but that's because I got my shots. So he was in L.A., where he was attending the Summit of the Americans with, like, Biden was there, and there's a picture of, like, Trudeau really, really close to Biden with no masks on.
Biden's like 1,000 years old.
I don't know if you've seen, he's already, like,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I guess Biden would have to get tested now.
Oh, of course. I think they test Biden every day, but like,
just in case.
But I don't know, man. It's when.
Well, that's what they do with old people, right, Roz?
Yeah. Thanks, Moore. Appreciate it, man. Hugh Jackman has COVID-19 as well.
Was he hanging out with Trudeau?
Well, no, he
As
was
well?
he was at the Tony Awards, which is apparently a super spreader event. He did
a killer performance.
Yeah, he did something from the Music Man at the Tony Awards over the weekend, and then released this to fans because he's still on Broadway. So this is Hugh Jackman.
I wanted you guys to hear it from me first that unfortunately this morning I have frustratingly tested positive for COVID again. So my incredible standby, Max Clayton, is going to go on for me. And to everyone, my whole cast of The Music Man, I hate not being there with you, but I'll be back as soon as I can. So this is just another reminder to me, and I'll say it a million times over, that the real heroes of Broadway are our standbys, our understudies and swings. And never has that been more obvious than in the past year. So they give meaning to the phrase, the show must go on, and it will go on, and it'll be amazing.
Damn.
So everybody at the Tony Awards had to be double vaxxed and show a negative PCR COVID test within 48 hours. So I guess somebody tested negative and then they gave it to Hugh. But this is his second time. During rehearsals for this show in December, he got COVID and had to take time off from the Music Man. What is the Music Man? More, have you seen this show?
I have not seen it. The Tony Awards were at the venue where they do it at Radio City.
Oh.
The Music Man, it's very Broadway. And after seeing it at the Tony Awards, I really would love to see this show.
Why? It's just like
oh my God, he's in like a soldier outfit and with the marching band coming down the middle of the aisle and stuff. I loved the Tony Awards. I was on my couch cheering along.
Were you really? Huh?
Oh man!
What did we watch again on the weekend? We watched what's that great movie that Hugh the one where he's P.T. Barnum,
The Great Showman,
The Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies, man.
Really?
Have you ever seen it?
Mm-mm.
You've never seen The Greatest Showman?
No.
It is so good.
Really?
It's just about a perfect movie.
Oh.
And it's a musical, but every single song in it is brilliant. But it's
I'm not a musical guy though.
Dude, I'm
But Hugh
telling you,
Jackman is
it's
amazing.
so good. Like it's so the I know you're not a fan of musicals. I'm not a fan of musicals, okay? Come on now. There's one number. I'm calling it a number because I know the lingo.
Yeah.
Right? There's one number with Zac Efron and Hugh Jackman in a bar.
Okay.
And it's one of the coolest, best choreographed scenes I've ever seen in a movie.
Really?
It's so good. You know what I'm talking about, Maury? That scene?
Yes.
Did you ever
I'm
see
trying
the
to
movie?
find. Yes, I have. I'm trying to find it here on YouTube.
It's so good. Anyway, watch The Greatest Showman.
It's called
if
The
you-
Other Side.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, watch The Greatest Showman. Never mind. You're not going to watch it. I'm going to waste my time over
the
here.
last musical. Okay, how about
Yeah.
this? Schmigadoon on Apple TV. Michael Keegan-Key.
Yes, Keegan-Michael Key.
Keegan-Michael Key, sorry,
Yeah.
and Cicely Strong from
Yes.
formerly of SNL, right?
Yeah. Oh, is this it, Maury?
Yes.
Musical.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it.
Yes, it was good. Yeah,
Right?
yeah. You'll love The Greatest Showman. Listen to this a little bit.
Walls you keep in.
No, turn this off, Maury. This is going to turn him off. It's going to turn him off. Kill it. If he doesn't see the visuals, just them singing like that, Mocha's never going to go near this movie.
I already
I know. We
bored
ruined
as
it.
hell.
We ruined
Yeah,
it.
I'm never going to watch
We
this movie.
ruined it. Damn it.
Thanks, guys.
Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Knives Out 2 has a sequel.
Yes.
Can't wait for this. Apparently, we have to wait until the holidays, so the Christmas season, I guess, for this.
All right.
So far, Leslie Odom Jr. we know is in it. Kate Hudson is in it. Catherine Hahn is in it. Edward Norton is in it. Dave Bautista is in it. Jessica Henwick's in it. Ethan Hawke's in it. This will be a Benoit Blanc's next case, the follow-up to Knives Out. It is called Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery.
Oh, Glass Onion.
Yeah.
Huh. You got everyone in
Because
this room
onions
saw.
have layers, right?
Oh, good one.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I thought because you cut into it, it makes you cry all the time.
Oh, maybe that. Maybe that. I don't know.
Everybody saw Knives Out, right? The movie was amazing.
It's the best. So there you go. So Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery is the title.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jennifer Aniston getting ripped for trashing people who got famous on social media, saying that it dilutes fame. So here's a little clip from an interview that Jennifer Aniston recently did.
And it was right at the time when the internet was just
Yeah.
becoming, it really sort of shaped so much of a new culture kind of about
I
this
know.
thing of people becoming famous for basically doing nothing, but yet having these incredible careers. And then women's sort of reputation. I mean, Pam, Paris Hilton, I feel so lucky that we got a little taste of the industry before it became what it is today, which is just
Right.
different. More streaming services, more people. You're famous from TikTok, you're famous from YouTube, you're famous from
I know.
Instagram. It's sort of, it's almost like it's diluting the actor's job.
Oh, damn.
So a lot of people going in, one, because both of Jennifer Aniston's parents were accomplished actors and obviously helped her get her foot in the door and give her the wonderful career that she has
Sure.
right now. And, you know, she seems to be saying that she liked it better the way that it was before. And anytime you liked things better the way that it was before, you come off like you have a problem with the people who are currently famous.
Right.
And a lot of the people who are currently famous don't look like Jennifer Aniston.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes off looking like that's what she has a problem with.
Yeah.
But she
'Cause
mentioned
they're taking shine away from her.
right. So she mentioned like Pam, like who has a problem with Pam Anderson, for God's sake? Like all these years later, like really you're going to bring up Pam
Yeah.
and Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton? Like I understand at the time,
Sure.
right? Like I understand at the time that you could, it was sort of an anomaly because, you know, it was like sex tapes that made them famous,
and the
right?
viral fame was such a new landscape for everybody.
Yeah, and it was, but you know, but all these years later to sort of, you know, I never thought Jennifer Aniston was going to be still the one waving the you only got famous for a sex tape flag when it came to Pam Anderson, Kim Kardashian, and Paris Hilton. Like it's
Yeah.
really wild to me that she's sort of still on that.
Yeah,
I
some
don't
people
know.
went in on her.
I think her problem is people who are TikTok famous.
Gotcha.
I think her problem is what are those two sisters on TikTok? I don't know who they are.
Dixie
Charlie.
and Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah, I think that's who she's talking about, right?
Or like Addison Rae, who was in He's All That, which is horrible.
Right.
But I don't know. I feel like if she wasn't on TikTok and she wasn't famous for doing dances, she would have never gotten that role in He's All That. And she was horrible in that movie. So I guess that's where she's coming from, is like people who aren't actors are getting acting jobs. I don't know. That's what I took away from what she said.
I think she is coming off like the only true way to be famous is to be an actor, meaning you should not get that level of fame from dancing on a social media platform.
Well,
I don't
trying.
know. If it works for them, they got like millions of followers. Getting
Every
millions of
day
views
you're going
every
to
day.
try though, Amor. Every day.
I did the sea shanty dance. So
The what dance?
The sea shanty dance
What's
with
that
my brothers.
dance? What's that dance?
It's famous on TikTok. It was my birthday wish was to do a sea shanty dance with my brothers.
Do you know what this is, Mocha? You're on TikTok.
No.
No? Do you know what this is, Deepa? What is this? The sea shanty dance.
I saw the video and chose to ignore it.
Okay,
so.
Maury, explain it to me then. Explain it, Maury. What is the sea
I'm
shanty
more
dance?
self-offended. Oh, yes, I have heard this.
Oh, how does the dance go? Do the dance, man. How does the dance go?
Look.
No,
Okay.
do
No.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, you're not.
Why can't I hear it? Why can't I hear it
Why are
right
you
now?
wearing jeans on a 35-degree day?
Okay, hold on. Go.
Yeah.
Hold that camera up again for me.
Hold
Let me
on a
see this.
second.
Let me see this.
Your brothers are dressed for the pool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are
And
you?
you're-
Yeah, you're in jeans.
You're in
You look
jeans.
like Tom Cruise in Top Gun. Volleyball in jeans.
Your
Yeah,
hip
that's cool.
mobility isn't very good, to be honest.
Yeah, you got to get those hips
You gotta
more. You
work
got to
on that.
work at those hips, man.
For 3 hours.
Yo, them jeans are too
Hold
stiff,
on.
bro.
How long did you practice that for?
3 hours.
3 hours?
In them
No
jeans?
way.
Yes. Daniel was like, my brother Daniel was like, we're not doing this because my girlfrims will see this. It has to
Oh,
look good.
no. Oh,
Hold on,
no.
pause. Did you say girlfriends?
Yeah, he has 3.
Oh, hey.
Plus,
Mocha,
oh my
don't
God.
bluff for that.
If you
No.
if you look at the comments, there's some Roz and Mocha listeners who are thirsty for Daniel.
No.
Hey.
Hey. All right. Oh, speaking of social media, I should say this now because I got 3 messages last night from people, I guess in our comments. If you go to Instagram in our comments, if people comment on something,
Yeah.
other people comment on
That comment?
Yeah, and they're like, hey, it's Roz and Mocha. There's an account that's just called Roz-Mocha, and then when they send you a message, it just says win, win, win. Congratulations.
Oh, my God.
To the people we have chosen. Thank you for following us and supporting us all this time. We are really very happy. We collaborated with our sponsors to do a random search And we chose 30 lucky winners. The special prize is $1,000. And so this is what people get in the comments where they say, then follow us, and then these people. So I've been getting all of these messages from people just being like, hey, is this bogus? This is bogus. It is 100% bogus if you get that.
Start reporting that.
Right?
Report that account.
Yeah, if we are not giving away things to people randomly on social media.
No.
And if we were, we would say it on the radio that we were.
And
right?
DM it to us, and we will send it to the right people who will then try to get it shut down.
I didn't do any of that.
Oh.
I just...
anytime someone sends me one of the fake accounts, I always send it off to someone else and say, hey, go get this shut down.
Right. Yes. Yes.
So-
That's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
That is the right thing to do.
DM it to me at Mocha Frap, and I will send it to the people it needs to go to.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It appears all the unvaccinated Canadians are soon now going to be able to travel as the federal government looks to take another step in reducing airport congestion. So, according to multiple reports, Trudeau government is set to announce today that it will be dropping vaccine mandates for domestic travel on planes and trains, as well as outbound flights overseas. The suspension of the mandate is reportedly set to take effect this week. The
I don't
requirement
know why
for
I'm
passengers.
clapping. I'm not traveling anywhere.
No, you're not going anywhere anyway. But it was just always weird that, like, you didn't have to have it to come into Canada, but if you were unvaccinated within Canada, you couldn't fly anywhere in Canada or take a train.
Yeah.
It was super weird. Like, it was a backwards rules, man. Right?
I still don't know what the rules are.
No.
Do I still got to take my belt and shoes off?
Yeah.
To go through security?
9/11 did that.
Yeah,
Right?
but I still have to do that, right?
Yeah.
God, that's so tough to put your belt back on in a hurry.
It shouldn't be that difficult to put your belt back on in a hurry, though. It should be.
not.
It's not a difficult job. That's
You have to lift everything?
Lift everything.
Please.
You got to go loop hunting, right?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. No,
Some
I hear
pants
you.
have two
What do you
loops in
think?
the back.
They should give you like a change room?
Why don't you just use suspenders more?
Oh, good one.
You know
yeah.
what? Oh, I would love
You should,
to.
man. You should be a suspender
Overalls
guy.
are my dream.
Yeah, just wear suspenders. I saw a guy yesterday with black pants, white undershirt, and big, thick black suspenders. Just stand on just waiting for a bus. Yeah, he looked great, man. It was a
Mind
great
his own
summer
business.
look. It was a great summer look.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.